I think the lineup with where Copenhagen Flames were with the original Hooksy lineup, I like the idea that he's bringing up new guys together. The one thing was coming into Astralis, it felt like a ship that was barely afloat, and there wasn't enough fresh blood for there to feel like there'd be a new peak again with maybe Device and some of the old lineup. But Hooksy's still super hungry as an IGL, and I think with some younger players that he can shape and mold, he has a really great track record with new teammates. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Let's see what they can get done today. Begins on Mirage, map choice of fnatic. A fnatic that when I look over there and see BlameF's absence, I just think this is going to be more of that passion UA that ran through Shanghai. Feels like you don't have to implement BlameF as much, and that maybe Madden can just kind of prop up what we know has provably worked in the past. Those are my thoughts. Right now, it's looking simple. Clean hit into this A site, KRIMZ with the opening kill. Oh, that's a labored effort. Nothing still from the triple box, despite the opportunities and then some. So it's gonna have to be Hooksy and Jabby to try to save this one down to just Jabby 1v3. You know that could have been a better hold. Unfortunately, Chev caught it all. Taps here from the triple box attack, and Jabby's gonna go down with not enough. To survive, fnatic take a pistol.
It's kind of hard to talk past that little kerfuffle with the USP spam. Unfortunately, he was very close on every bullet.
Ah, yes.
But never actually touched the head, unfortunately. And playing from triple, he had a key portion of the round here. This round definitely could have been won by Astralis, but sometimes this game just comes down to aim. And so over on the fnatic side, obviously Madden coming in, it's really interesting for similar reasons. It's like a step back on star player potential, but fresh blood from a player who has been looking for more aggressive roles in his career, for someone who I feel like even when he played on ENCE, I think because Spinks was on the team with Snappy calling and the way they organized it, he kind of fell to the bottom of that list in terms of importance, played really hard support roles, but word on the street is that he's always had more to offer. So that's what we're going to look for with Madden and this new lineup.
It feels like that word on the street was kind of floating out there for quite some time as well.
Yeah.
It's been a moment since Madden was in on the Counter-Strike cycles. Let's hope that hunger translates to early success here, trying to prop up the fnatic conversion. Should be good. We just checked the field for that single Desert Eagle in the hands of Fuzi. An interesting piece. We've seen Fuzi in what feels like now a couple dozen jerseys.
Yeah.
Right? This guy is always down to clown. Doesn't matter which region. In fact, having played on even some Chinese rosters, Launders.
Yeah. And it felt like, he was in contract jail for a second too. And it felt like he was going to get locked up for a bit and miss, the chance at playing on a team like Astralis. So it's nice to see him get the chance. Because if it was going to be a Swedish lineup, like, I guess maybe eyeballers,
yeah, right. I think the only shame here is that he's no longer one of us in North America.
Yeah.
To greener pastures, my friend.
We'll never get another top offer, will we?
We're still looking. Madden clearing out pieces here. This Desert Eagle that was meant to come to play ends up going down with nothing. So if you're fnatic, you're happy about this one. Pistol into the 5-man conversion.
Yep, very, very nice.
And the professional puts on a polo to play his game.
I was going to say.
That's what we need to see.
Jerseys in the mail. So what do you think about Hooksy with this new lineup? Do you think he can bring the most out of guys that you wouldn't expect?
I would hope so. I think he'll get more than what people would expect, but I still think that this is an Astralis with a lower ceiling.
Yeah.
That's where I'm left. That's where I'm left, Mo. It's going to be a tough one to get it out. I think maybe Stare could be the savior, but hey, trying to make do with what you've got, I feel like, is kind of like the motto for Astralis, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, they've had their bout of playing with every great Danish player ever at this point, and they tried them all, to be fair to Astralis. Like, they tried sort of every iteration, whether it was like config BlameF or Device coming back, or bringing in Hooksy, which never thought that would happen. They played with Cadian. You know what I mean? They were trying to win no matter what. Like, that was something that was never supposed to happen. So fair play.
Damn,
Ooh, that was a nice shot.
Just as Ryu's trying to pressure him into the ramp, he gets that top stairs kill to keep it clean. And we're no longer talking just about getting through pistols. This is first gun round for Astralis. And a 4v2 off that one from Jambo. So we had that kind of mid-round floating moment, and Jambo's going to make the difference, seemingly.
Oh, this is a bit of a pickle. I mean, if Hooksy knew that they were coming up behind him, he wouldn't be in a bad spot to watch that second window playing off of Cat.
Oh,
and
3B.
This pickup could actually help out a lot. So this next kill, I feel like, really makes the difference.
Careful. Utility comes in. Hooksy's going to know that he's got to pick one up, but nice shot from jackasmo. Considering that's the Galil as well to the M4. Gets the insta headshot, puts the pressure back on foozy. That one free frag over towards the A site, all they've netted since this was the 4v4.
I felt like he needed to make the decision to play a touch more aggressive. Those one falls into his lap, actually. Foozy's patience pays off.
No kid. That's going to be a limitation here. As jackasmo and Fear split up, and that frag finds its mark to perfection. 50 damage on Foozy. Going to send him back into the save. If he's lucky, he'll get away with this. Fear maybe catches an angle from the catwalk, but we'll see about that one. No, he's going to get blindsided instead. So, Foozy catching another frag, 9 HP, what he escapes with, and fnatic go up 3-0.
So obviously, the Astralis are the ship that have changed the most blanks, and it's not just the players; it's switching communication. I think is the biggest thing overall. Now we've all talked to Hooksy and Yabby, and they speak English. They speak English great, so it's not going to be that weird. But as Hooksy mentioned, there have been moments for like Yabby where he's never played on an international lineup, and Hooksy has, and he gets frustrated with himself because he'll be just speaking normally, and then all of a sudden a Danish word will come out where he thought it was English, and then everyone will be like, what are you talking about? So there's just going to be, I think, some mental lag that he's going to have to solve, which will, I'm sure, happen over time.
That M4 stack down an underpass. Not yet found out by Madden, but pieces being toppled all around it already. And as he dives down in, he'll catch his one. But that's all you're going to get, Stare. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah, this side of the map's totally cracked open. Only these pistols left over. If they can go and try to get back some better guns. But for now, hard round to lose for fnatic.
Man, so far, Madden looking like a great inclusion in the fnatic jersey.
Yeah, no kidding. There is always the question of if you change the environment, how much better can a player get to, right? And I think one of those examples maybe would have been Stare. When you gave him better roles, he kind of like rose to the occasion, definitely. But are we gonna, the last game that fnatic played, it was like Blame F with a 1.5 rating, trying to carry them as they lost to friendly campers, right? And it's just like, that happens sometimes because he's so good. Are we gonna get those average carry performances out of anybody on fnatic like he could do sometimes?
I feel like you'd expect it less often, but that's the beauty of Madden, is that sometimes you kind of forget about him. He goes off the radar and then does surprise you, even back with the Ents jerseys. Throw it out there. I think what's nice about Madden is, obviously, you think about him, you think about Ents. It's not one of those organizations that seems to be somewhat cursed, where an environment can hold the player back, and then you see them unleashed when they change off, right? He was kind of a victim of the big Ents sell-off.
Yeah, the cursed lineups, I think it's Astralis and Liquid right now. Like, no matter who they try to bring in, they just never get to where their trajectory, it seems like, is pointing to. That's why I sort of think like this lineup will have some low-key potential for Astralis. It's just finally the time no one has expectations. Maybe that's where, with no egos, with only hunger left, with a little less pressure on a lineup that historically has been the most under a microscope in their country and for many years in the world, that here's where, it's a good environment to blossom. We casted so many G2 games, for example, when they had all their best players, there's so much attention on them. They got more hate, more pressure, more attention, and I think that makes it so much harder to grow, especially if you're learning.
What are you up to this time, Madden? Plays inside of the underpass smoke. Pressure out through the apartments as well as fnatic gun for that 5-0 start.
I felt like he didn't hear it.
And with the way Fear's already hit the dirt towards Van, and the way Madden's just still lingering towards bottom middle, fnatic are trying to set themselves up for something quicker, but slowed down, and Foozy clips one down from bottom connector. That kill onto Fear will be found out when it looked like he had gone unnoticed. Molotov decides that he's going to have no runway in this round. Desperation sinks in with the Palace push as KRIMZ is looking to get anything going. And by God, folks, you've got it. Astralis looking alive here in the 5th round of Mirage.
And just when it looks like it's going to get ugly again, it's a moment where they actually are aware of that van drop. They have everything covered, and now Jambo in this 1-on-5 kicks it off with a frag.
Does have bomb too, so let's see. That makes it just slightly more interesting. Jabby to lock into the corner, and that gives all the time needed for the rotations to come over. You saw that window of opportunity slip by just by Jabby making sure he kept his head tucked down, wouldn't want to be picked by window.
Whoa.
And the jump spot, gonna confirm it. Now impossible. 4 CTs on the scene to make sure Jambo can't get away with this robbery of a bomb plant.
Luckily for him, no one's coming up from behind, so he'll have a place to save if he wants to. But if he keeps giving them audibles, maybe he feels like he can't escape. So he's going to fight his way forward. What?
2 kills, that's 3.
Wait a second.
But there's 4 on the scene, and that's what does put it in. But remember, that was half of what was on the defense, still allowing Jambo to hit the ground.
It's kind of nice for fnatic and the most successful moment for Astralis to get back that many kills. We saw it at Budapest. They are in a very aggressive lineup like that too. Like they might have just done that calculation. Saving would have been cool, but they can buy again, and Astralis' money they want to keep low.
Oof. Spam to the top of mid. Madden not too worried about it. Still keeps that pressure on, and that pressure comes in the form of a connector timing that just caught a shoulder. No kills. Does draw the second window player back over, and again, right? You want to talk about aggression? It's starting to creep in. Exposed in bottom con, but Madden wins the duel. Stare was looking for him, but the headshot comes up to Fnatic's favor. Ayu leans back. Oh, he's going to lose that duel to the edge of triple box, and Fnatic still not crossing over. Bomb stuffed over towards Tetris. 3 players there with flashes coming out. Hooksy's going to take the place of his fallen comrade.
And Madden already knows that the rotations have come about. There's no real reason for Astralis to even worry about B when Fnatic could win on both sides of the map. So this is their ace in the hole, actually. Madden's done a fantastic job, both with his presence inside of middle and also responding to that connector play. Got the kill, secured the site, and now they'll have no friction coming in to get this bomb plant. Are they going to clear this out? Wow.
Busted open. And then KRIMZ still late to the party, out from Palace. Gets revenge for dying on that walkout in the last round.
That's pretty beautiful out of Madden. He really shows a lot of his ends plays in this round. I mean, his fast connector lurk, and also with the way that it came down there, it felt like there was 2 or 3 players that maybe they were going to go for a split with a lot of connector attention. It was just Madden the whole time. And with Astralis having no one there, they just had to basically watch their backs. A bit of a steamroll from Fnatic now with the nature of this round and those extra kills in the last.
It's a great response as well, just because the Astralis shutdown in the 1 round prior made you think like, okay, second chance with guns, game's gonna get going, but Fnatic with a very fast rebuttal, and one that again shows Madden's ability to kind of prop up this team.
And I like that it's like, it's him, it's not like, oh, and blame F. Ooh, maybe, and to be fair to blame F, he's sped it up a lot in the last year or so with the way that he's played CS in general. But Madden's going to be faster, and I think if he can bring his personality out like that and they know how to support it, might be an awesome fit for this team, who again like to be aggressive.
Rugga's first timeout. Fear the most.
How long do you leave your Christmas decorations up?
Usually until at least New Year's.
Yeah.
Then you got to give it at least a few more days.
Yep.
But then we usually kind of leave, you and I, for work.
Yes.
So I don't know when they get taken down because I'm never the one that does it.
Yeah, Maddie just took down the tree.
Yep.
I lied. I said I don't want to see it come down, but actually I just didn't want to have to do it myself.
Couple missed shots here for Fuzi. Wanted to put that op into what was indeed a pack of Fnatic players playing out top mid. They all go into a crawl towards connector, and this boost spot from Stair was meant to stop them. So the two guns in the round for Astralis both had a chance at contact. Unfortunately, both fall empty-handed. 5v4 again, but Fnatic don't really seem to like that they were kind of pressed twice there, right? From the op inside of Con, M4 off of Catwalk. Surely you do feel a bit squeezed. So leave a couple stragglers at the bottom of middle, and we get this rotation back out of KRIMZ. Let's see if Ryu can do anything about it.
Maybe if he catches the nice timing, he'll have a close fight, but it'll have to be that first headshot instantly. Can't find it. And this makes things a little less nervous for Fnatic. They could start moving quickly. Oh, great shot out of Madden too.
Just gonna splice that A-bomb site.
You can't ask for much more out of this lineup right now.
No, sir. It's looking kind of perfect. This is about exactly what you need from the debut. Again, they had a solid showing back at the major. Exceeded some expectations, considering they only qualified by the skin of their teeth. And now Madden putting on a display after quite some time out of the server.
Wouldn't that be funny? JW and Fnatic winning on the same day.
Would be nice. Start of a new season, things can always get a little weird. Online single elimination. That's why we do the bounty the way we do. Keeps you on your toes. And look at you, Fnatic, or rather FaZe. Right back into Christmas break.
Yeah, that is the thing about Counter-Strike. If you're just exposed to that like lower tier a little too much, you get exposed because it's hard in a different way.
You know, they could start prepping for their next event, but I think just 2 more days off, why not?
Terrorists win.
All right, well, Fnatic, keep doing what you're doing.
I'm still sat here believing somewhat in Astralis' defense just because of the nature of the one round they did win. Sure, all right, 4 players on site versus Jambo. Half of them died. They kind of let that one go economically, but it was a convincing round. There's duels all over the place. Everybody picked them up. Let's see one right here. There's a world where there's somewhat of a recovery, but stark contrast to the last round. It's not going to be Fnatic jumbling up behind those top mid boxes, despite the attention here from Astralis. Ooh, man, and all that mid effort coming out from the defense. That could have been the perfect chance for Fnatic to pop, but they burn off a little more time, and we'll see if that does transition Astralis back into the bomb site's defense. Full-blown execute, 3 smokes over, flashes making it awkward here as well. Ryu hasn't seen a damn thing, and they opt not even to spam just yet. Oof, and that incendiary just keeps the pressure on.
That's
Molotovs
toasty.
go deep. Now they're pushing through smokes into the Opper, unable to get that quick scope in. No fear as he comes running through it. Bomb planted open as well for both the players here on top of Tetris.
It's almost a 4-save position without
And
CT.
the Palace. Yeah, this one's cooked.
So you see the crossfire that just exists now that the T's have won it, and the op going down in the same blow. So they'll have to walk away from this. No dignity on this save. Unfortunately, Astralis are probably feeling pretty good about one of their last chances to get back into this game. I also feel like it's a bit of a nervous map so far from Ryu, and I think we'll see better performances from him, but you know, we saw it right away from the pistol. He was definitely rocked a bit.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, an entire whiffed magazine of USP is usually a tough recovery.
Yeah.
Really good execute as well. Didn't notice any missed utility. The flashbangs were timed well. The molly on that second volley too just kind of forced CTs into that even further back position. And then the one, you know, let's call it flavor move is Fear pushing through that smoke as well.
Flavor, spicy
A little
move.
flavor.
Need to get that Chipotle sponsorship.
Yeesh. Jabby going for the top mid play here.
Come on, Jabby, take him down.
Blindsides 1. 5 versus 4 for Astralis. He's been tough to come by. And yet still he floats around here, dropped down to the half health. Stair confirmed inside connector, wants his. And jackasmo signing up for these fights, has support.
Oh,
Jambo
he hit
plus
that.
Fuzi off of Connector. That is how Fnatic get this back to the 3v3.
Ooh, that was filthy. Down to Hooksy alone on this side of the map, but he's in a good spot. He's got his wits about him. Let's see if he catches a lurk.
They come through the smoke on timing. He'll gun down Madden. Remember, Jabby's health disadvantage is going to now push this one into Fnatic's hands. Still a bit delayed as well from this B-site rotation, so Jambo going to go ahead and plant this one for the catwalk. KRIMZ goes deep on 50 health.
2 HEs makes this interesting, but KRIMZ is over there on Cat, so they'll have to find Jambo first. And while he's looking for them, maybe he'll make a mistake. That's all that Astralis can hope for.
Ooh, quick to it. That's both down. Jambo, clean as need be, triple on the round. And we don't end up getting to see the whole thing, but clipping Fuzi inside a Connector as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I'm looking at this top mid fight, not the one I saw coming.
It's like the best Jambo.
And that's what kicks it all off. So huge triple kill moment here for the Opper of Fnatic. And lo and behold, it is Astralis still sitting on a measly 1-round win.
It's the Shanghai Jambo. That's the kind of confidence that wins Fnatic rounds. Oh, this is about to be a shutdown. Countering every play. Stair was boosted up Caprix. They walked 2 down to Connector, cleared him. Here they're posted up on the op. Okay. That's something. Stair also a slow starter in this map.
Ooh.
He's going to know in a second. Oh, he got by him, actually. This is awkward now.
Nice. Jabby still clipping it over top of the smoke. Ryu head down.
Stair's working on that flank now, so that should be an insurance policy.
Flashes make it awkward, but they find them. KRIMZ full blind drops down off the ladder. Little recovery here, though, from Madden and Jambo. 2 versus 4. For Fnatic's 9th round on the T side. That Stair flank's coming. Jabby trying to keep him. Oh, self-hidden inside a Connector, but the wall bang connects to perfection. Bomb is gonna get clipped, trying to cross back over.
It gets thrown forward a bit, so actually Madden, he got it.
More damage dealt to him. Bomb scooped up. He just tries to sprint away.
And he does.
Throws caution to the wind.
But where can he go? It's upper B apartments, and he can get cut off if Stair wants to walk this way. It's a big advantage, actually. It's Madden who has to gamble correctly, and he picks the right move, it looks like. Stair splitting the difference. He's going to hang out a window. Madden's low HP, so it's not a bad idea. But just one gap, and he'll get the default plant off. We'll see if Stair turns around or not.
There's a bit of uncertainty here. Stair checking the...
He's going to get out.
Connector walk up, which means he doesn't see it. Palace.
Oh, there's an HE. Oh, but he doesn't even hear it?
Oh, he kind of hears it as he's making mono.
Oh, no.
Critical timing here. Remember, he's got the kit, and he's also got the health advantage. Now he knows it. Gonna come back through jungle. Knows this was cleared.
Oh, this can be heard now.
And Madden goes deep off of this. Huge move here by Madden in the 1 versus 1. 12 kills already.
Stair still has his HE.
2 within this round, trying to figure it out. He's gonna go smoke to the bomb, tap it, and try to read that this would come from Ticket. Wide swing from Madden, off the headshot, triple kill for him, and a 2v4 for Fnatic.
Oh my goodness. That's a move out of Madden. Again, the correct read, wrapping back around to Palace, and Stair could have cut him off anyway. And it's because Jambo was facing towards jungle with that bomb as he was running away, so...
Wall bang.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Just another great round out of Madden. It's been a masterclass for him.
Dude, the timing on this, the confidence to run. Didn't waste a second either coming out from Palace. Feels like Madden hasn't skipped a beat despite his departure from Tier 1.
So much impact.
Starting to force Astralis' hands to get frisky. They'll take the ramp control with 2.
That's so brutal because Stair, even though Madden was the one who moved fast in that 1v1, Stair moved fast to go for the flank. They just needed to delay a little longer for him to just be a guaranteed win. And again, this move could be big, but it really comes down to how fast Fnatic go. If it's going to be a B split, even though there's 3 guys here, I still like the T's on the attack if they clear things properly.
Good timing on the Uzi contact with that double kill as well. You take what comes your way, and that's going to put them to a halt. Again, this is kind of looking like that one round Astralis did wind up winning. Rock solid defense to take down the numbers. KRIMZ cut down with just the one, so we do have a second round at the very least. It's a thin silver lining, but it's silver nonetheless.
Only because of the nature they've lost so many of these rounds, I thought, well, maybe this is going to be another one, but you couldn't ask for something better than pushing A, not seeing anybody, and having 3 on the site that they're going to. So a lot of this comes down to this Hooksy spray. Look at the second kill. It's just so easy. I don't even know if he saw him.
Walks right in.
Yeah.
Kept the spray going. So.
Yeah, he just knows they're up against the wall, so.
He's shooting for it. Sometimes you put the bullet down the road and someone will walk right into it. Smoke towards top middle to cause uncertainty. We're going to end this half with a B rush, aren't we?
Yeah.
Going to get real close. More often than not, just kind of been Hooksy floating out here. Jabby from Cap puts the fire down at the right moment. Frag to follow suit. They're going to eat that one. It's not the worst amount of damage, though, considering how clumped up they were. Jabby still good for the first. Stalls things for only a second. Clean corner clear by jackasmo. He'll waste not a bullet when it comes to denying Fuzi exit through the marketplace. 4 versus 2 for fnatic. And all this CT side may lean on is 2 one-off round wins for the Danes. Well, Danes plus nowadays. Ryu and Stair are going to try their damnedest, and it's a 1v4 needed. Not going to happen. fnatic come out swinging to start 2026.
Dupree, he can't see a thing. They're right in front, diffusing the bomb. The smoke. Oh my God! Dupree taking 2 and falling back, going for the shot. You've got to be kidding me! Dupree winning the round.
Hi, my name is Dupree. I'm a 5-time major champion, and I was part of the Astralis era. In the beginning with Astralis, it was with any other startup. Remember the first shirt iteration we had, which is like a plain black shirt with this star that was printed on top. Just feeling that this was our own was something that actually mattered a lot to us. We were proud of what we had already created, and now it's more about we wanted and needed to get the results right to get it where we wanted it to. It really fast got pretty big in my opinion. It rose to become something that's more of a subculture back in Denmark. You could go and ask anyone on the streets in Denmark and they would know what Astralis was. And maybe they didn't specifically in detail know what it was about, but they've heard the name before. It just blew into a proportion that we never expected. I think for any Counter-Strike player that are playing this game competitively, it's about making a name for yourself. That's where the major comes in really handy. I think the dream of winning one is what everyone wants to achieve inside Counter-Strike. But getting there obviously takes a lot of hard work and also some luck and everything. But when I first started playing Counter-Strike, I wanted to win my major. And if I could just win one major, then I would be very satisfied. Getting to the point where I feel like the team back in the days with Astralis that was capable of winning a major was like a really good feeling. You would go into the tournament and you would feel that we actually have the capabilities of winning this tournament. That felt really good. We went in that grand final, I think we were obviously playing against Virtus Pro in that grand final. We were playing against some really experienced guys from the time. And for us to go up against these kind of legends, it kind of fueled us in a way that we want to go out and prove that we can also do this, And then, getting to the point where you need one more round, I believe that we had 15 seconds of free time and Clay would say guys, let's just do the exact same as we just did, let's catch them off guard. And you could just feel that everyone in the team was on the same page. Everyone felt that this was that right call, everyone believed in it. There was so much chaos. It was just people just getting killed left and right, but it was just one frag at a time, and you can see in the kill feed we were getting closer and closer and closer. And then that final kill, which I believe I got when I hit that blast Tech9 headshot on Tess, that was crazy. And the feeling is just we jumped up and threw our headsets off. All of a sudden, I found myself in a position where I had actually achieved that dream of winning the major.
Apologies, but we missed the pistol. I'll have you know, if you're an Astralis fan, though, good news. They absolutely ran through fnatic. We've got a couple replays for you, but the pistol
ran through VODs Pro.
has happened. It has indeed happened, and fnatic, look at this, unable to staff this A bomb site. Astralis got him down, and so there is hope for a T-side comeback. Again, many moving parts in live production. But you guys got to watch a beautiful Dupree
Best map of
segment, so
Counter-Strike
hey.
ever played right there. Back at Atlanta.
And at least you didn't miss round of the year. Sometimes you never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one.
No, that one will be the end of this game. When Astralis make this comeback too.
You know what they say, every comeback starts with a pistol that we didn't watch. Or something like that. fnatic opt to go full USP. Not a single deke on the field, but yeah, you're going to get spotted trying to get around with that one. It is a slaughter, even faster than the last, I tell you.
Who was that?
That was Hugo Byron. Faster than the lost.
And this is officially the start of a real match. Smiles on the faces of everyone on Astralis. They don't lose a guy on this anti-eco. So much cash made.
There's pretty low grenades here for fnatic as well. One single kit on Fear. Keep your eyes on it. Molly and connector while both sides are smoked. And
So
Hooksy sees that as an invitation.
This will be a real test of the read. You know, I mean, they can obviously sense something's off, but Hooksy's here to make sure they don't move too far.
Man, he took a dink to the head, though. 80 damage for Hooksy. Madden tries to dive over to the arch. And he's going to hold that line, him in Fear. With a kill apiece, Jambo onto the scene quickly. Out through that market window, knows one's locked in, spots the other one. Fuzi with the AK. Goes in, double headshot. And now it's him towards the top of the board, still trailing behind Hooksy on 12 kills so far. But let's see if they can put this 3v2 on ice. jackasmo and KRIMZ coming at this from different angles. One in the apartments, one towards Catwalk. They don't want to take a sniff at this, and that's going to be Astralis finding 5.
Everyone's prepared for T-side right now. It's a good call out of Hooksy. I mean, it's a 5 pop in the middle. They take over control of it. They leave Hooksy there. And all he's meant to do is just be in the bonnet inside of connector, hold their attention, and the attack comes in. I'm very impressed by the kill from Madden, and the original pickoff from Fear made it feel like somehow fnatic were going to pull this out. But overall, the structure of the round definitely favored how Astralis attacked it. And even though they sensed something was wrong over on B, they couldn't fully respond to it because there's still the threat of a connector split. So it's just really well orchestrated here to keep the momentum going. These 2 kills. Didn't have the best time with the op in the first half.
No.
But that's a great rifle clip for Fuzi.
Kind of a flashback to the Jambo corner hold in the last round, right? With the double op. But Fuzi does it with the rifle. Keeps it clean and keeps this T-side rolling. Flawless so far. Over top of the smoke for the hunt. Nobody looking to step into it at the start of this one. Successful element of fnatic's T-side was never falling victim to these kinds of buys that they're holding on to at the moment when we had a couple of rifles floating out or whatever not. I mean, there was just so few mistakes made in general. See if they can wield the power of a couple M4s themselves.
It all starts with some mid control. And unless fnatic want to stack, which they probably should think about it at some point, it's not going to be a good chance for them to win here. You know, Fear's technically the only one inside smokes, and he's only got a pistol.
Ooh.
Oh,
But that perch from Madden's going to give an AK
upgrade,
over.
too.
And now if they scramble into the A site before Astralis come through, you're working with something. jackasmo finds it with the one M4. Pistol gets another. Jabby's rebuttal's good, but still it is pressure on foozy with 4 health. fnatic catching that kill in mid and a fast scramble into the A bomb site could damn well be enough.
With the amount of time and the bomb just awkwardly that far away, I don't even think there's a chance for foozy to go for this. He's got to run.
Well, there it is. I said that they wouldn't fall victim to these kinds of rounds, and yet still fnatic pull it off. It felt like if Fear had to do everything, that 5-7 wasn't going to get away with enough. But considering you already had the M4 frag, he steps forward, gets one with the 5-7, slows it all down.
And they counter flashed. I don't know if it was his own from under balcony, but they had a ramp blind, so he could get that kill easily. And they found Hooksy. They also found Hooksy going towards connector. They had a good response in the middle versus him. It's just all starts right here. And I'll say definitely one thing, the aim isn't looking super sharp for Astralis. Like, all other things aside, we don't really have Stair taken over. Best moments, I think, a couple of Jabby's kills, foozy on that previous round, and, you know, somehow Hooksy at the top of the board. That's not what he wants to see.
Ouch. Making foozy's job all the harder. Jabby told to just tuck in for a second, and that is on the timing of fnatic clearing out this ramp. Low health Fear in the front of it. jackasmo, you think, has to commit to the trade, but he doesn't wide swing immediately. Slow burn, he then steps out, and Jabby will collect that second kill. So good patience here by Jabby for the 5v3.
They're not flashing cat, and they haven't cleared it properly, but Hooksy, he gets in front of the molly. He'll get the op.
Didn't hear this? Madden is running around now. Foozy, yeah, he's going to turn around, and Foozy's on the brink of walking this op up into the corner.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Tracks him down. That felt like it was Madden's kill for free when he quickly moved, but I guess didn't make the sound, or Foozy doesn't hear it. And all's good for Astralis by the looks of things. Still just a shame that when you can only put together a measly 2-round CT side, that one of the rounds you give back is to the 2 M4s in the round previous.
Yeah, when the other team already has 11, it just doesn't feel good. So it'll be a hard day's work here for Astralis, but at least on the harder rounds, they still look very competent. There's nothing too complicated about that. It's just a default that it stays inside of middle instead of is a lurker in middle. So we've kind of had all kinds of variety now from their T side, but everything to do with a middle start.
Terrorists win.
I can't tell if that makes this game interesting or not after the last round.
It makes it interesting that they've been able to have clean rounds so far, but it also just feels like it ends the moment they make one more mistake.
Right.
But because this is such a fresh project for Astralis, I think win or lose, I just want to see more of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. When you asked me earlier, like, will Hooksy be able to get a lot out of these lesser pieces? I think if the answer to that question does end up being yes, it's still going to take some time. This is so fresh. But Ryu off to the races, and Hooksy's right there making use of the space that Ryu created with a kill of his own onto the stairs. No trade though. And so the recovery here for fnatic is underway. Stair to try to make that difference. foozy looking for a target, but it's a disengage from KRIMZ back towards mid. And Madden's Desert Eagle only walks up closer.
Such a difficult choice. They've got to decide if they want to commit to A, and they're already halfway up Sandwich, but yeah, they don't have CT control. Oh, what a shot out of foozy.
Love to see it. KRIMZ's reposition as well, back into the jungle.
And KRIMZ has 2. He's going to need 2 more.
Gives position towards that smoke, towards Ticket. They'll make use of that.
Wait, this is actually interesting because KRIMZ has the perfect grenades for their setup.
Smoking a Molotov, picks up a frag as well. Just one more tool for the job. 2 kills in, looking for the 1v2 clutch. Opper on the angle.
Wait, he just missed that.
Just crossed over. Jump up, gonna catch him. And the frag grenade, not gonna be enough. Molotov forward first. Smoke grenade to come up next. He's gonna try to sit on this with an awkward angle, but before he can even do so, Fuzi's got that line. And so Astralis keep these T-side rounds coming.
Love to see Fuzi lighting it up here. He's actually doing so much better now on T-side, and it wasn't even the amount of kills he got in the first half. That was okay. They didn't have a good half, so wouldn't expect that, but he's starting to really take over. This shot. Ooh. That's special.
You think you can get away with just underhanding a smoke over the ticket like that? 90% of the time you do get away with it. Not on Fuzi's watch tonight. Fnatic's first timeout. Wild considering a 2-round CT side. But held them for these kinds of moments, and it's starting to feel like this lead gets cut into. 4-round game here.
Is that Groot on his head?
It's a little bean sprout. Gift from a loved one. We asked him once.
Oh.
He said, Stair, I think maybe you should get that thing checked out.
Maybe Kerrigan should tape the rocks to his head.
Swallow a few. Enhance the chakra. Jambo, easy one for the Fuzi hold.
Oh, and in the op head-to-heads, man, Jambo, he's that guy.
I love this, though, for Hooksy. That's a clean headshot on an Opper that you know likes a repeat from time to time. You know, yeah, Jambo, happy to sprinkle in a little pizzazz.
He has been repeaking a lot.
And it was the Hooksy instant AK headshot in a tough position. That otherwise is a 5v3. This reload's going to be lethal. Madden not expecting that a MAC-10 would come climbing up through that smoke. But you let your guard down and you feel the wrath. 8th round on the line here for Astralis. Bomb doubling back on the back of Hooksy. And this actually draws Jabby away from A instead.
I was thinking they want it to be an A play, but they've got Ryu in the window, and it's the CTs who are over here. Here's going to be the first mover. And they just have to be careful as they cross, you know. But if Ryu wants to play too passive, he will let Fear come and help.
It's a good back angle from KRIMZ. Yes, sir. Saw the hip of the first. KRIMZ is going to do it all, at least for the first two. Stair sneaks up in the meantime. And under that shrouded moment set up by the players in the bomb site, he'll find enough to recover this and get that plant down. jackasmo, 1v2, pressure on the Opper, has to land the jumps. And he keeps it slick, but Ryu waiting in the ladder room. And what do you know? Astralis add another.
It's a big round from Ryu as well. He's in there with 3.
It's a 4 versus 5 as well for the attack off of the opening Jambo op shot.
A fast window control, and as you mentioned, because of the re-peek that Hooksy was waiting for.
He's almost like tapping into the pre-fire for that very re-peek.
Yeah. It's like what a lot of what Molodoi brought re-peeking back into fashion this year, pulling it off in Tier 1. And I think a lot of people are like, well, okay, we can be a bit more aggressive than we learned we could in Counter-Strike.
Good flashes to the top of middle to try to stop Astralis in their tracks. When you've got little to work with, you got to make a move. And so Fnatic try to put those MP9s up close. And you definitely see that catch them off. That was Astralis frazzled for a second. Because there's been some aggression in middle, but that one was the all-in out of the gate.
They don't push for a lot more control, though, after these kills. They didn't go for Palace or anything like that. They're probably assuming this round ends A.
Smoke for bench. Molly stairs. And this is going to isolate half of Fnatic.
This timing is huge. Oh,
Fear gets away with it.
About the guy beneath. Bomb is still coming in this direction, though. I like, you know, Fnatic's map right now.
And P9's valuable as well. Throw that on the bomb site, and somebody's going to have to get hectic here for the attack. jackasmo, missed Desert Eagle chance. And P9 goes down empty-handed. More missed opportunities for jackasmo. Is KRIMZ in Palace going to be able to offer enough? Goes for the bomb plant, but the bomb's still down. Sandwich kill eludes him. And so all of a sudden, we've got Madden 1v3 versus low health players. It's a winnable round, but without a kit, time is of the essence. And so a fast one onto Fuzi is gonna move him into position. But still, he kind of slow burns the thought of a second player being close because there was. Now that fallback flashbang, maybe this puts him into it, but still, you gotta go if you're gonna try, and I think this one's a save.
Yeah, they can go and play it from anywhere since he got that kill, but, well, looks like they'll hand another frag back, and they don't have all the money in the world.
Valiant effort to try to stack the numbers up, and KRIMZ was able to actually stop the bomb plant. That also could have been something. This off to be saved. Yes, sir. Held on to. Madden with some late round impact. 3 kills, cuts into the economy, but it's another T-side win regardless.
We saw it in the kill feed, but you know, that cover kill out of Fuzi was everything really. And again, that's a site with 3 players in it. I feel like even on the rounds that fnatic are losing, they're doing a good job of just knowing where it's going to end. But even with those 5 frags, Astralis have enough money for everything they want. But now it's just a close game. Anything can happen, and Madden off cap makes the first move.
They are that close to the finish line.
Oh, the chance.
Would have been a lovely equalizing kill.
Instead, got to be careful with this timing.
Oh, sees the barrel, doesn't take the shot.
Does that one hurt? It does. It's a perfect bounce, actually.
Yeah, didn't actually drop down beneath the ledge. Pops right at his feet. More pressure out from the utility. Jambo knows damn well what you were trying to get up to. Fear concerned of a smoke push into connector, but they're just going to use the cover of it instead to take a move towards Cat.
There's no good option here. I mean, they got to go A with Jabby inside of...
Ryu's down beneath it now. As Fear tries to go wide, that's when Ryu strikes, layered with jackasmo.
And there's no one in CT now.
No, sir, that's the panic turn to get back into the A site. Catwalk players got a shot, damage done on the stair. And with fire inside of the jungle, the Opera's got to move. Fuzi hits his. Jambo's pistol from down beneath. The bomb plant on the other side. Wall bangs go through, but miss. Flames instead to try to fluster stair. He is so low and yet still standing. 6 points of HP here. fnatic on the brink as they've got this retake truly underway.
They know he's in CT as well.
All of that earlier damage going to be worth its weight in gold as KRIMZ, the only man with real health to work with. But the element of surprise is on Stair's side. Unfortunately, the bomb plant's not. And as they tap it once, he's going to buy his time. It's actually KRIMZ who has the kit and the full HP down to the final second. Stair goes wide, and KRIMZ is going to get this. fnatic's 12.
After everything we've seen, that's how they get map point in this 1v1. It's so close for Stair. Another flank that comes out quickly. The only chance to really win that, but it's still not enough.
So much layered action within that connector Cat play at the start of this engagement. Oh
man, he kind of had to go for the spam. Maybe thought he'd be able to see him from the top of stairs. Just a pressured situation on low HP. A very nice attempt. But Astralis' comeback looks like maybe only gets 2/3 of the way there. They still have money though. This is where losing an eco earlier in the same half really starts to haunt you.
And the 2-round CT side you had to start with. You know, rounds inevitably get close, but it's such a small margin of error. It's always going to be a tough task. Fire burning Stair out from his corner, down to 28 health again. Poor guy's not had a lot to work with in that department. Hooksy survives, barely. Opper up close, missed chance. Madden
no way.
On fire. 2 kills inside of the ladder room, his 20th and 21st frag of his first map here at Bounty in this fnatic jersey.
And he's still alive.
And they're going to go quickly trucking over towards this A bomb site. Jambo could damn well get an easy duel, but his first shot, a clean chance, and he misses. Madden instead off of the catwalk, now toppled back by Jabby. Low health doesn't seem to be holding him back. A second frag of the round for Jabby. KRIMZ tries to get into the jungle from this duel, and they're going to let him walk out instead, giving space over to KRIMZ.
Did he see both?
I'm not sure. At least one still, and Jambo worried of that walk up, goes to the top of Ticket, misses the flick down on Stair. Again, low health impact from Stair. KRIMZ starts to walk away, and Astralis find ever the more slightly longer runway.
Yeah, this actually does make it really interesting. It's another strong round where there was some good pressure back from fnatic, but the kills were all Astralis. Honestly, it was shocking that Madden even got that second frag, so jumping back up there from window, it looked like he was just going to get killed by Fuzi in the first place. Now I wonder who's feeling the pressure.
Wild scenes that we almost had. Half of Astralis coming up catwalk, getting stuffed, and then still just really quick response to get out ramp into A instead. I feel like that's one of those moments where a guy like Hooksy can make the difference, just in terms of the tempo of the change-ups. That was a shake-up with no hesitation.
You know, they've got the Jambo. They've got Jambo over here on Cat. But Astralis are just going for a full feel-out default right now. Look like a 3B lean, but the bomb's far back. They're not going to make any choices just yet. And fnatic have always spread out on these ecos. They haven't really stacked sites and then pushed much. So probably makes the most sense to play this way if you're Astralis. This is just the one guy they have to find out about. And as the time goes on, I feel like the more scary he gets. So you just want to find that op without dying to it.
They're going to walk right into it
and
instead.
They will lose one. And again, this is past a minute now. This first kill comes down. It gets harder for Astralis to rearrange.
Like you said, they weren't playing with the stack, so we'll see how fnatic kind of move the pieces. They've got this deep Palace control for Fear.
And this allows jackasmo to sit at default. Doesn't have to worry about Palace this entire time. It's just a deagle, but okay.
Good headshot out of Ryu. Again, Fear inside of the Palace to now be drawn back.
They might be suspicious. They don't see anybody else here. They haven't come out of Palace themselves.
Awkward for Fuzi to have to once again play that op up close. Fear's gonna have people to tether off of with this ticket control coming out for fnatic. Heavy emphasis here, 3 players up. Battle of the Oppers. Nades start to make them turn. Not enough cover to keep Jambo alive, but KRIMZ will still trade that quickly. And the back of the Opper's gonna be turned. Fear's gonna execute. And now the retake's on, but another fast response. Good on Jabby. Not lost deep inside of the ramp, but instead right here to hang on alongside Ryu, who gets himself a second in this attempt to take over the A-bomb site. No kit here for Madden. It's right in front of him. As he moves forward, this retake could still be on, but he's letting them try to leave. And in that transition, he's gonna pop the head of Jabby, but the bomb plant's over for jungle. And a desperate run back just in case he tried to stick this. Astralis take it the distance. Round 24 needed.
Let's go round 24. Man, I'm kind of surprised the way Madden plays that because it looked like he gave himself a chance to actually win, but maybe didn't calculate with Kid in front of him, but then saving forward into the site was crazy. Either way, gets a kill, stays alive with the op. Round 24, anyone's game.
Looked to me like he was hoping for a short side triple plant instead of the connector triple plant. Because if he gets that kit, gets the first kill, waited just enough time, that's 5 seconds. But knowing he's fully exposed to jungle and connector, I think that's where he loses it. That's why he gives it up. Sitting above that kit, just perched on it for a second. Ooh, it felt alive.
So it's a map where they split pistols this game. It's a map where the real edge, honestly, is just the fact that fnatic pulled off an eco in this second half.
Funny, that is literally the difference.
Yeah.
It's boiled down to that one double M4 round.
I would go, you know, in the blunder category, right? It's a major mistake, so And even that last round was an op and one other rifle. Well, the full exec's coming in. Jambo trying to stay in front of it.
Trying to look over top, but loses his line.
Those nades, excellent.
jackasmo tucked in. Oh, catches the player dropping down, but doesn't find the kill. The flash gate cover, and we've got a double entry here for Astralis.
Okay.
A 5v3 as they barrel through that defense, and they go deep. Ryu into the KRIMZ rotation, swarming this A bomb site. Don't you dare lose 5v2, though. Astralis, no Madden, stuck in this corner. He's got nowhere to run and no health to work with. And so blunder or not versus those two M4s, all you've got to do is deny Jambo the 1v4. That's all that's left to ask of Astralis. Frag over to the sandwich isn't going to find anybody. They've got this deep rotate over towards jungle side already, and that's going to confirm the cross. That'll serve as the swing, and he still had a chance with one Deeg shot. Not the first time he gets through it, but a 12-12 overtime demanded as Astralis churn through with a good T side themselves.
And in a debut here for Ryu, he gets his scoreline positive. They actually make a full comeback in what felt like a very hopeless map already, so they've got to be elated, to be honest. I feel like fnatic, they thought they had this all locked up. They had lots of chances to finally close, but instead, it's extra time. And there's always there's one team that's more happy to be here than the other. Every time you go to overtime, it's the team that made the comeback, and that right now is Astralis. A lot of variety in the calls. It ends with a full A exec. They never tried that before. The only thing really missing from their arsenal is like a full B attack.
And they pull out the full A when there was actually more pieces on that bomb site than usual. Jambo really wanted that top stairs angle. Utility, though, once again from the attack was smothering. See how much of that momentum Astralis can ride with.
They're really trying to sully this Madden performance. Oh man, another set of good grenades. I mean, utility has been pretty sound for the CTs. Oh man, that's a great op shot on the jump back.
Jambo clips Jabby. KRIMZ kills Ryu, and then the cat play walks right into Madden's hand. He's fast with it.
Whenever you see a round like this, it always feels like there were nerves before it, you know? This one's just way too easy.
There we go. Every kill comes in perfectly for fnatic. They haven't taken a single point of damage across the 4 separate duels.
Crazy.
And it didn't, I mean, barring the one smoke push.
And they dished out so much utility damage.
You know, it didn't feel like Astralis were as helpless as they end up being in this round, not doing a single point of damage. I wouldn't have called those 50-50s, but there was a couple moments where they should have at least had the drop. Peeking into Madden, for example, as he comes down off that ladder, but...
Oh, wow, that's quick. That is so quick from Jambo. Immediately pre-aiming the jump as well.
This one here maybe could have helped out to get players into the B bomb site, but Hooksy can't beat him. Madden too hot-handed. So fnatic immediately pull ahead. Not going to waste any time here. Hooksy already trying to cross over to the ladder room. Also gunning for players towards stairs. Great flash. Fear, Jambo, and jackasmo come together to hold down that A defense, but still offering an opening back over. We get a quick couple of kills out of Astralis.
It's crazy the efficacy on that flashbang. After the first kill, crouching into it, still knowing the guy would be blind. CTs are coming in behind this Molotov. That doesn't go that deep. Hooksy's gonna walk right into the line of fire.
Fuzi's gotten off to the plant at least.
I mean, he's got everything. 100 HP, all the utility. No one's actually in CT right now. He wants the seat down. Yikes, that utility keeps getting better.
Utility just dumps him out of the position. He had sat there and waited, and if he had tried to plant, I think the same 2 nades come his way. So doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. This flashbang.
So good.
Everything they need. Great cover as well from Jambo top stairs. And he goes right back in for the second one on connectors. So very mobile moment there for Jambo, trying to catch up towards Madden. As fnatic now looking for the flawless CT overtime half.
Yeah, I mean, the two most impressive parts of this game so far, I think, have been Madden and Jambo, and they're both on the same team, so. Quick.
In the battle of the offers, Fuzi goes down yet again.
It's one-sided. So that's the thing. The best part about Astralis is Fuzi, but he's been doing better versus other riflers. His head-to-head has not been kind to him. En route for a 3-0 sweep in this overtime if Astralis don't do something now.
Didn't expect that one, though. Just on the edge of the smoke, Jambo gets caught off guard. Madden, good hold over towards the Palace, and jackasmo turns as well. That is what we're looking for. fnatic find their groove again. Once they get into overtime, considering all the struggles of regulation, they go for the flawless sweep.
There was something suspicious about not the way that Astralis were winning rounds, but the fact that a fnatic always had the right sight in mind. Their utility and their starts were always pretty good. They weren't losing a ton of guys early, even while that comeback was taking place, and they even won that eco, but they just couldn't close anything except for that 1v1. So what it feels like is that they've just opened up. They're playing a bit more free now.
Well, 3 map points weren't enough in regulation. We'll see if 3 more will do the trick for fnatic. There's a 10-2 T side that they began this game with. They're going to find man advantage as Fuzi gets burned down. He has just been nullified in overtime.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of a miracle he's got this score line with the amount of ways that they've killed him.
Testament to his impact within the first 24 rounds.
They're just going to walk into this frag, aren't they?
Yeah, Fear's on the prowl, trying to hunt it down. Molotov's going to keep Hooksy on the other side of that one. Does that make it weird here?
Check the window? No.
Jabby actually kills Madden. That goes down elsewhere, and yeah, there's that fallback. Fear's crawl does pay off. Oh, instant into the frag onto Jabby as well. 4 versus 2 to try to end map 1. Ryu's gonna clip one towards that A bomb site to keep the hopes of the retake on, but he's lost his teammate in the process. And so an act of desperation to run over towards the market. Time is against him, but at least he's got that kit. fnatic started this map and started this year with a convincing first half. As he tries to swap over, though, they took the long road, but they'll get there. Picking up their map pick in this series, it's Astralis' Overpass up next.
A strong 11-5 start for fnatic. They were absolutely dominating and walking over the new formed Astralis, but they did show
where I think they're going to be learning as we are about them. So, I mean, based on what we saw, I think there's something about the raw power that we saw from fnatic that was very appealing, I feel like. When they opened up in overtime as well, I feel like they showed themselves that it wasn't so much the strategy, but more so just the atmosphere, maybe the attitude. And yeah, I'm worried a little bit for Astralis that they don't bring this to a third map, even though this is their pick. So, we'll find out. It's going to be a CT start for fnatic on map 2.
And a very forward-facing A defense here for fnatic. Not a single player on B site, in fact.
Yeah, that's a crazy call out. It is a map where you can do these stacks because you can just fast rotate, obviously, if they want to go for con control. Yeah.
That's what's waiting
Be
for
careful
you.
with your clearing your corners. You might see no guys or C4.
You know, Donk would just spray through all 4 of them, but...
Yeah.
Oh, we could be setting up a bloodbath.
Big
Astralis
time.
kind of creeping in.
Oh, I mean, someone's getting caught off guard. Let's see. Stairs usually very careful about these peaks. Oh,
Now, especially with the bathroom player kind of drawing attention first.
Oh,
Do you
man.
realize that's a bit of a bait, or does it cause you to walk right into what is a heavy stack? Nobody else from Astralis coming around that corner. Ryu suddenly knows he's going to have to stave off this rotate down through connector, and it is a fast flood from fnatic. They know that Astralis would have scrambled, and so they try to throw a ton of bodies at B, but because Astralis wait,
Yeah, this is actually
like a little too hard of a rotate, but the beauty is you can go right back up to A.
They can. They're right there. Oh, okay.
Covered. jackasmo at the top of the staircase now. As foozy hunts down a second.
There's those rotations.
jackasmo just getting barely around the corner. Jabby, it's a little bit labored, but he gets there. And it's going to have to be him now, 1 versus 2. Bomb on his belt. Backs around and finds the safe plant as those smokes begin to fade. Just enough time here for him to reposition onto Dumpster as well.
Spotted? Maybe.
Comes back at it, stomps. Oh, and a 1-tap onto Jambo. Come on, Jabby. 2 kills deep. Oh, but it's going to be jackasmo to end him instead. A triple for jackasmo and a pistol for fnatic.
That would have been a nice highlight for Yabby to bring home a T pistol as well in that fashion, especially after the setup and the way the first couple of kills went down. You know, losing Ryu in the stairs and also Stair as that first peek came out. It's another good round for fnatic on CT side with the way they're reading, you know, the T side rounds from Astralis. They've been kind of in their heads, I feel like, even back on Mirage. Again, last map was a comeback, but until we got to overtime where it was just a sweep. So they come ready. And I like that Maui brought up, you know, A, and the fact that BlameF is not on this team anymore, but the meta on Overpass right now is just so B heavy in the first place.
Madden locked in. Stuffs Jabby on the wide swing.
Oh, that was spotted.
It's one of the better guns down. Desert Eagle tries to keep him in here. Madden still flirting with both ends of it all, and Stairs got one of the better rifles, too.
No support there, actually, for Madden. So that actually turns into an upgrade for the T side.
Yeah, it feels like he would have loved to have had a flashbang or something, but fnatic limited in that department because they do come in with 5 rifles.
He could have held that wall because he knows they don't have a molly on this. Or they actually do, but that they're going to be low on utility on this round. It's a great setup again here for fnatic. They've got this cross. They have KRIMZ rotating in for the hard spot. Let's see how this kill goes. Very good for Fear.
Queen starts to disengage.
Oh, that's
gonna
excellent.
Get the utility out from KRIMZ. Fragging is fantastic.
80? So he has no armor? Oh my goodness.
Looks he has his damn knees taken out from beneath him. And as they fade back into the spawn, the time is going to expire. fnatic showing us 2 strong setups out of the gate here is, I think, showing great promise for a CT side of Overpass.
I like to see atypical positions as well. Like, you know, if you're on that door holding the cross, like they're going to spot him, but they're not going to be ready for someone exactly on that angle. So that'll be enough. That 1 kill from Matt in the info, the time bleeding down, and that call out on the rotation once again with this position blade. $80 is crazy.
Majority live, so the others buy. A couple of pistols out here for Astralis, and Foozy's boost is going to find Madden. His aggressiveness so far, outside of parties, bode well the first time, not so much the second. Now a clean Desert Eagle shot here for Hooksy. Connector control is going to belong to Jambo.
Yeah,
that could open a door for Fear to come and join him, but then you open that door and all these bathrooms players are going to hear the contact.
Yeah, it really rocks the map. I mean, they could leave B, but they actually still don't know where all the T's are.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
There goes Hooksy's Desert Eagle. And that's going to scramble the defenders up towards A site instead. You know that you've dealt with the one guy that got away, and you know where he was planning on going. Unfortunately, though, for fnatic, you've already got boots on the ground for Astralis. In a man advantage, trying to pressure the dumpster smoke. They're met by another volley of nades. And so it's going to be on Jambo to try to crack open long. Oh, insta-kill with the FAMAS bodes well.
Now they're a little scared.
We go 3v3. Ryu's trying to wrap back around towards long as well, but he's got to walk this. And Jambo's already gotten real close to this bomb site, keeping the pressure on. There's the flank. It connects in time, and the dumpster smoke finally fades.
Surely they're not going to try this, but they are so aggressive sometimes.
Try to keep something of Astralis on site just in case, but everybody's allowed to leave this one, and so buying back in with the 3 rifles that survived round 2. We've got Astralis on this T-side scoreboard early. Clean them up. KRIMZ right there. And Ryu, that is going to put them into the pain point. fnatic, tough place to be in, being cleared out like that.
Yeah, and even though those two rounds were won, it's the T side. You win. This is considered early, so gotta thank HooXi for that deagle shot for sure. And the flank timing here just to seal it up. KRIMZ gets the kill there, and the 2 exits over in B. Seconds later.
Ooh, barely gets the vision. Right idea. With working with so few tools at the moment. Gotta respect the ambition, but they're gonna find way less defense here towards bathrooms than what they're accustomed to. There's been a lot of kind of forward presence from fnatic, a lot of Madden action here towards party, not this time. And that could lead them to believe correctly that A site's understaffed.
The hard part sometimes is not getting into A, it's just getting up to the front door. Using HooXi in these like sort of soft lurk positions just to make as much presence as possible. That's enough. And this is where you get El Clasico sometimes. Oh, HooXi will get caught off, and they know he's a lurker, so I wouldn't be surprised they start to run over. This actually gets quite scary for Astralis once again.
5-7's trying to just kind of pepper the entries. Oh, jackasmo gets away with more than he should have, and still, up inside of the short side. Fear finds the upgrade. Flood down from Jambo. Rifles in the mix. Fuzi sits on 65, and they flood onto them. fnatic making it happen with what was only 2 5-7s at the point of the commitment there from Astralis.
I totally believe in, HooXi in terms of a brain in the game and how to control the map, but a couple of times we saw him on Mirage as well as the lurker. If he dies first, that's the best piece of info, yes, the most serious, sign that it's not going to be that side of the map so far in this series. And that's how fnatic have been able to pull out a pistol or two. Like they did that, taking him out when they jumped up on Cat and they killed him in underpass. Then they were ready for the A play. I think in this moment, they have a B exec they could pull off. They have a lot of map control, but they just need to make sure HooXi doesn't die and hold back a little bit. Because they really didn't need him to get a kill on A as well. Maybe he just felt if they don't see me at all, they're not going to go for this. Oh, that
looked on like, Jambo.
Yeah, seriously.
Insta headshot. Madden's right there to help out, and they're just starting to dismantle the approach.
Oh,
another. You're not supposed to get the next one. Just on the side of the staircase as well. Jabby looking for the upgrade. Fast flank out, and fnatic find them. A little blood in the water, making the most of that, catching the additional kill off of the side. That's when really that one falls on its face.
They get so many of those X Factor kills, and like their aim does look super good. It looked like he was the one being, hunted down right here, but he, with that shadow, was so ready. Oh boy, Astralis.
When they win an early round on the T side, you're starting to think to yourself, this is going to bode great.
Yeah.
But then I do think, again, we're talking about a new roster.
Yeah.
We're talking about one that's making more changes, more so than fnatic, right?
Yeah.
Madden going to prop up what fnatic had, whereas Astralis truly is a rebuild. And, devil's in the details. This is Counter-Strike.
Hey, whoever was losing, we were going to give them that excuse.
That's fair.
We're going to help you out.
And so when it feels like you could have been winning, we'll also give you that excuse.
Oh, no blame F. Of course Fnatic are losing, you know? I mean... So, yeah, and they also brought up on the desk that this is a tough map to play.
Yes.
Day one as well, but...
Throw that onto it, man. There's a lot of elements as to why Astralis could be having a tough go of it. First day of 2026's season. And Fnatic looking to tap back into what they were able to put together back in Budapest.
You know, for some, but actually there have been like a lot of players here at this event have been, playing 10, 12 maps already.
That's fair. That's fair.
They didn't really get a player break per se.
You telling me all these guys were in Las Vegas at Flomland?
Yeah. They're still on the flight with Mike right now.
He'll get here eventually. We hope. Here we go back into the more aggressive moves of Madden. Eesh, not able to recover vision there. Fear going to be the first victim of round 7. Hey, 5 versus 3 for Astralis. This could bode real well. That's looking like a prime B site for the taking, but awkwardly, Bomb still got to be scooped up on the fallback. Fnatic were close enough on this extension to Fountain to try to catch somebody, but with the way those 2 B players, not just one, but both go down, you know that Astralis are going to take over this bomb site, and you're pretty damn confident there's no more resistance to deal with.
And all you want, just don't take too much time. That's such a gift from Jabby here. Both B defenders out. And again, it's not too late to get back into the game. It's just sort of like losing the ecos when you're in a position to get an early streak. Like, you want that when you've lost that last map. But it's not too late. That is an ugly elephant, eh?
I was just
Never
thinking
really
about
noticed that.
Delirium.
Oh, yeah. Tremendous.
You know what I mean? Have a little delirium in the parks of Berlin. I think that's kind of what we all need in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a spooky one.
Terrorists win.
Is that a 2/2 pink elephant beast? Trample?
Menace?
This one goes down in a flurry. Second kill is, jackasmo just kind of taking a look at short. Two rounds on a T side of Overpass, 7 rounds in. It's not, you don't scoff at that. Just don't fall victim to these half buys again. So constant in the shakeup of their opening moves are Fnatic at the moment. Madden into connector could be that success story. Instead, Ryu fast with a headshot and a 5v4 Astralis yet again.
Oh, that's nice from Ryu. I mean, the HE, Madden knew he was participating in a really hard decision, going for that fight on low HP, but thought maybe Ryu wasn't going to be watching, and he was. Kind of playing this perfectly, just, not stepping into the line of fire here on this boost. The only thing that went wrong last time was, again, losing Hooksy a little too early, giving the full info over. Ouch. Be wary, though. Astralis still 3 CTs here. 2 now.
Jabby again, good with it. Fear's got something going. Him and KRIMZ a kill apiece. Fear keeps the head tucked. Stare's gonna find him.
Dink.
Not enough. Survives the headshot, puts Jambo into the 1v3, and nobody looking at him short side, confirming it with a smoke in his face. That's gonna force him to fall back, and this is gonna be Astralis again, kind of tapping back into the promise we thought we saw, and then got worried we saw vanish. But it's right here for the taking. 3-round T side.
And fundamentally speaking, that's the way you win these rounds on Overpass, even if you have 3. If they're all behind default and playing in graffiti or back in the pit, then there are so many more advantages for the T's coming in. If you're not guarding from the wood wall or playing on the right side of Monster or playing the barrels to stop everyone from coming in, like, you have every right, even if the site's overstacked, to just try to fight.
Terrorists win. Feels like some of those more confident opening moves up towards party, bathrooms, into the B pushes. Feels like those ones are starting to get shut down by Astralis now. You're not catching them off guard with the fights in the first 15 seconds.
Feels like the perfect time for a pause.
Yeah.
You're in the lead, but you just don't want their comeback to really take effect. You know, this is the easier half for you.
2 rounds in a row now as well for the first time, Astralis. What really helps economically as well is we go back to round 6. That's when I keep trying to call them the Danes. That's when Astralis win with the 5 players alive.
Who are the Danes now?
Who are the Danes? Whoa.
Are there any?
Blast Production.
Blast Production. They got to start a team.
That's all we got left.
It's got a few Fortnite players left.
Yeah. It's a bunch of Danes, J-Raz and Chev.
Yeah.
Chevraz, who just won the Best Observer Duo award.
Oh.
Get boosted.
Oh.
Fuzi takes all the time in the world he wants for that one. And there's been a lot of boosts going on for Fnatic's defense down towards B, but this time,
many years.
read like a book.
Nicely done. Now that's what you do to someone else's pause.
Yeah, right? Off of the pause,
Knew there'd be a big idea.
back to the game, and you're done.
And KRIMZ has the op actually in an interesting spot, but
Not looking this way.
oh, just don't be the first guy around the corner, Fuzi. Just be very careful.
All on Madden. Oh, trying to clear it. The jump up.
There. Oh, and Fuzi, I think he saw KRIMZ, but didn't get the shot in. He stays alive.
One op rang out. Fuzi
Fear
or
should be
KRIMZ
nervous
taking a peek
about
towards
this.
long. Somebody missed. Fear should be just the right amount of timid because they could come back to him, and that is exactly what's occurring. Double kill as he gets the second onto Ryu, falls back with the smoke.
Oh, this crazy guy's staying here.
Of course he is. It's Fear.
Yeah, it's Fear.
Strikes at the perfect moment. Takes man advantage. Smokes come down into the A bomb site. Perfect cover to try to get this bomb down. And it feels like Fnatic are giving them just the right amount of space to go for this. Hooksy planting on Optimist. It's gonna eat that nade. Oh no, it
goes
pops
under.
underneath. But he still gets clipped. KRIMZ from inside of the bank. Missed, no, not missed.
Oh, hit
Hit
him.
shot, but Fuzi survives it. You give him an off, and as he tries to turn around, jackasmo goes wide with the angle, not wasting time on that retake. Fnatic take their 6th.
Ooh, Fear gets away with a lot right there, and it's just, you know, they knew someone was going to be in stairs. They kept it in their mind, but also Fear, he waited just long enough that they just dropped their guard for 1 second. And off of this tactic and from this pause, they had a grand chance to really scare Fnatic in this half. They even do well versus the setup, but him getting 2, oh, that's too much.
Optimus Prime clearly playing favorites in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, not a point of damage.
Yeah, that's something about nade interactions where even the smallest lip of a ledge absorbs everything.
My realism. Deal with it.
Ooh. There was a tag, actually, I think, through the wall, not even the wood.
Gives Jambo an angle. Ooh, Hooksy's got the first one. That's Fear down. Did he just try to push that smoke? Oof.
Wow.
jackasmo takes a peek over top of it. And then Jabby's gonna slip right underneath that AWP, so easy headshot for him to get the 4v3.
We got some scrappy plays coming out, but in favor of Astralis now. Like again, this is a position where you just keep conjure up the B plays in the end. At 4v3, obviously, they can go anywhere they want, but you know that CTs, unless they're really stacking, aren't going to play these more dedicated spots on the right side, so it's the perfect time to apply pressure. Oh, there's a nice pick off. Wait for both of them. Uh-oh.
Well, well, well.
Too stringy.
KRIMZ cuts it back down to the even keel. Fuzi's going to walk that bomb out through Monster. Still no help here for KRIMZ. This guy's been around the block and back again.
Fuzi's next peak, man. This could be it.
Vision from heaven confirmed by the frag. That's going to give away Madden's spot. And you know KRIMZ is lurking down here somewhere. He's got to still be on this site. They go ahead, throw the smoke up top. We hit 10 seconds. Oh, the timing.
Timing's crazy.
They're still going to get caught out in the open as Madden goes for his reposition. Needs the second on the round. Fire to the right side. He goes over. Slips down into the water. Op shot here for Fuzi. He can't afford to miss. Hits it up close and gets another for Astralis.
And he will not. Even switches to the Glock burst, shoots the dead body, and says, I was never going to miss that. fnatic won. If fnatic had pulled that off somehow.
Oh, caught them between the smokes. Okay, that makes more sense. Fear trying to find the pocket in between. That is unfortunate. Yeah. But also steps on site, so well orchestrated there to recover what was looking like a 2 versus 4 set up by KRIMZ. We go fast into the next one. Flurry into the B site. Ryu to be blindsided. Still they come out with a double. Jabby's got the coverage needed. That's going to push the bomb into position to plant. No support here for fnatic on site. Astralis fighting to try to still keep this half tied. A T side of Overpass has not held them back.
Bomb has been planted.
Nice tempo change here into the B play. The amount of money left over makes perfect sense. Madden's in a good spot to actually get an upgrade. It's really not about the money right now, but depends how they want to exit.
Okay.
Jambo just cannot lose to Fuzi, though, on the op. Doesn't matter how much time you give him.
He'll show you how it's done. Hanging on to the op, then keep it moving forward. A little bit of cost to the end of this final round of the half with fnatic's lead in question. This is all Jabby with the 2 kills on short side. Nice transition into Fear. Quick little flick. And that B bomb site cracked wide open.
Maybe a copy and paste, but they leave the bomb back, so surely they can't be going fast, but this is just totally B right now.
Yeah, bomb reel back.
Trying to just draw out every bit of utility, it looks like.
Fuzi's got a good angle to play with. Oh, flash.
Wait, are they committing? They still have the bomb.
I don't think they realize. Inside of the B bomb site they will go. Bomb is very far back, but if you kill everybody, then the round is still won, Launders.
Yeah, as long as they're still remembering that, yeah.
Listen, this is Hooksy's
Master
long
plan.
con game plan. Just don't throw it away. KRIMZ inside a B to connect onto Jabby. Ryu yet to jump on the return. Oh, KRIMZ walks back up. And that's where he's going to be ended. Oof.
But they want to go B still.
Bomb's been recovered. Gets here a little bit late, and still jackasmo floating around towards Graffiti.
As long as they don't lose. Be a silly 1-2.
Trying to catch somebody in transition, but able to cross that bomb into the plant. Hooksy, hands no longer busy. Fuzi down to 40 health. jackasmo near 70.
This is just open a little bit, huh?
Madden takes the wide swing. 2 players there that could have lined up to the FAMAS. jackasmo starting to get desperate here. No kit for him, and they'll close this. Great recovery of a T side here for Astralis. They end up winning 5 of the last 6 rounds to just dry up that fnatic lead and push them into what could be a tough attack up next.
Linus springs his trap, but he's left as the last man standing.
That was brutal for FaZe. I can't believe they get out so cleanly. It didn't... Yeah. Someone call an ambulance.
Apex, they've been yelling at you the whole game. forward.
Yep.
He's enjoying himself.
Oh my God, he's playing the guitar.
What does this man not do?
Man.
You think to yourself, what the?
Is it a bat? Is it a plane?
No, it's an eagle.
No.
It is actually a falcon.
Barreling down from Banana and getting this double kill out of the gate.
Yeah, it feels like this is where the Rovers meet the road a little bit. They're good.
Well, a recovery and a half here. Gotta give him credit where it's due. Astralis making the most of their map pick. Hooksy throwing flashbangs left, right, and center. And that B bomb site just unable to hold back. Kind of became an intended target, I would say, towards the end. And I think a tip of the hat as well to Jabby there for a couple of critical clean entries.
Double entries, definitely, absolutely had a lot of impact. It felt a lot like his Mirage where he was in there. It's not star of the show or anything, but enough to get Astralis back to a scoreline that's much more scary for Fnatic now, especially after they won the pistol and, you know, pulled off again another low buy round. So we'll see how D-side treats them. Now, Fnatic are not the most competitive overpass map, but they actually struggle just as much on CT side. So they have a win over Pain here at CAC a while ago. Played a couple of times back at Budapest.
Tons of utility here for the pistol exchanged. Flashbang blinds 4. And it's Hooksy to catch jackasmo. Jabby's still playing on the other side of the dice box. That's going to blindside them as they go towards bank, but he doesn't actually end up getting a kill, which would have been much needed. Ryu's Berettas instead to the back of 3. Oh, he doesn't pull the triggers immediately. Gives himself away, but he kills the bomb planters. So that'll slow Fnatic down for a moment, and he goes for the reposition within it.
I think he's going to take this peek because he knows exactly where Madden is right now.
The bomb's still confirmed on the ground. Now he knows where there's 2. Oh, Madden, though, maybe catching him off. He thought maybe he had pulled back slightly. Stair's going to have to come up clutch instead. Trying to bait out his move. Stair taps one out, but KRIMZ right there for the trade frag, and Fnatic make it happen inside A.
They do, yeah, and a second pistol now in this game, and it's, you know, even though CT side's got to be nice for Astralis, I think it's not guaranteed today. Not in this debut. I'm liking the complexion of every pistol we've seen out of Fnatic, man.
True.
Like, even their stack in the first half, they knew this map was coming.
The CT side also deserves some credit just for the ideas they moved out with. I don't think they ended up working as well as they wanted. Madden throwing himself in con. Party.
And this thing, this like B attack that's going to happen a lot, I think this will be nice for them.
We got USPs all over the place. Every corner of this bomb site occupied, but every single corner of it cleared. And so we're going to thrust fnatic back into victory lane for that one. And
that's like a taste.
Moving on swiftly.
You could have 10 guys in there. If they don't have all the guns and utility, sometimes it's still too hard to stop. Can be kind of a plow from the T's coming in. So let's see how strong they can stand here. Now, Huxley said Ryu's the perfect guy that they needed. They're going to be playing a lot of anchor roles, or he's going to be taking over a lot of anchor roles. He obviously kicked off a little nervous back on Mirage. By the end of the game, definitely had some good rounds in there. But again, you look at a spot over on B, it's a lot of responsibility. Oh, nice kill out of Yabi.
Fast move. Fnatic trying to take over Shortwater. It's going to cost him a man for even trying, and this pistol stomping forward with the bomb. Fear, wild move at this one. In and back. And gone. All while they take over control.
Oh, didn't see anything, did he?
Oh, he starts to leave. They'll announce it, though. Utility comes down. Or he did see it. Tries to go for the big reposition and ends up falling with nothing. So sure, you lose a player, Fnatic, down towards B, but just as swiftly taking over this A site. Bomb was a long journey back.
Fear wished he had somebody else to run credit card back over on B site. But he had the bomb the whole time, so. At least he comes in offering up some utility too. Uh-oh.
Test it. Saying gonna catch Hooksy and Fuzi on the attempt out through the bank instead. Dumpster challenge coming at it as the third member of the bank push. Also meets the same fate. Good attempt there for Ryu with a couple more kills, but that is Fnatic with their 9th.
Just love the way they played the round, and Fear knew exactly what he was doing. He just wanted to delay for time, keep the B guys 1 or 2 seconds up as that long scale was happening. And again, he brought a full kit of utility over towards A, so even though they had to let their CT smoke run out, he could replenish with this Molotov, keep the pressure high, and Madden did not fall for this push. Wow, only a second timeout that's been used in this game so far. And it's been pretty hectic.
I think just
You
seeing
think Stair talks to the Bell Sprout when he needs ideas?
every once in a while, surely. That and whatever other voices he's got going on up there.
One Danish, one English now. Here it is. Where they're going to try to show us the power of B.
And just looking to potentially brute force another round on the board. I feel like Fnatic, when they know that they're up versus pistols, are willing to have that bit more of a risk.
They have a good track record in rounds like this, so that needs to change now for Astralis.
If I'm not mistaken, flawless track record in this game.
Yeah, oh, they missed that smoke too.
They're the ones pulling it off, not the other way around.
CTs are just not moving really over on A.
Smoke creates like a weird, maybe they'll flank connector type of vibe. They see the site itself kind of jumping around within it. And they're going to send jackasmo as the tip of the spear here. They knew Hooksy was nearby. He snaps over to get the headshot to Jabby, and this B bomb site goes down real smooth. Mac 10 flying around the corners, awkwardly switching over to the grenades there, costs Fear.
Didn't clear that out as well as he thought.
Boost the Deagle up.
One good shot, maybe. Oh, maybe two. Nice.
Finding the peek out through connector. This is going to keep KRIMZ preoccupied, which means jackasmo and Madden going to be tasked with holding the site themselves. Well, one goes down. Madden tries to slip out in that moment. There's a gun in the hand of the CT. He just dropped. Mac 10 gets the trade back. KRIMZ Reposition predicted, but still he'll push this one over the line, and it's double digits first for fnatic.
Unlikely, but they somehow make that one close. It's a good effort for Astralis, but effort is really not important at this point. They need to convert. And I mean, I love the way that fnatic attack this. Like, they go for fast short control. They make it feel like a B play's coming in. Then when all the spots are set and they start throwing utility at all the spots they know that the pistols need to get into to have any chance of defending, they soften up these positions, and because they put in all that effort, they made sure that there's just, you know, a very low likelihood. The closest they could get was that 1v1. Oh, that's unfortunate. Jumping up and Jabby ends up going down, can't get control of that spray. But Fuzi won back.
Stare right there with it as well. So we go man advantage Astralis. Three targets in here. Be careful. Just barely using this lip. jackasmo hears the shuffling of those players just beside him. Wow. Wow.
And he's out?
Walks through,
okay, no.
Doesn't get away. Madden nearly with a robbery through that smoke on Monster.
This is such a good trade.
Missed op shot, though, could still frazzle Astralis. Fuzi's going to pick it up on the second. And it's a KRIMZ 1 versus 3 bomb outside of Monster. Knows there's one towards barrels, but can't quite connect it. High likelihood of the save here.
Yeah, with that bomb in that spot. So, yeah, even though the shots missed, Fuzi answers back. He gets 2 in this round. Again, it's a great trade from Ryu.
That walk through Monster.
Oh, man.
The walk through the Monster.
Nothing makes you more angry when you're holding B on overpass and someone runs through that smoke. Because just before that moment, you know, if they did and you're watching it, it's just the freest kill ever.
Counter-terrorists win. Damn near got away with it as well. Timing.
You know what? I know, it's timing too.
Disgusting.
What needs to happen for Astralis to win this game is Fuzi has to win his duel versus Jambo. Op to op. That's the moment.
He's sitting here on the angle waiting for Madden to walk out. And that's the first one, free. Doesn't have much support though. You can see the scramble back up from Stair to try to join him. Molotov's off long in the meantime.
He's taking a risk stand in here. Not watching the outside of Divider. He's got a teammate behind him though, actually.
While Molly on short, Hooksy, yeah. Knows KRIMZ is going to clear the corner as he arrives, but he also writes off the thought of somebody being through the short pipe.
And there's, again, no one's basically on the site at the moment.
Ryu to graffiti, fast scramble down from Fuzi.
Uh-oh, this lurk could actually be a nightmare.
They've still got that forward presence over towards Connector.
Oh, they don't keep it covered. And now fnatic can actually wait.
Fear with bomb opts to double back.
They're pushing. Oh, they've got bank now. Oh boy. Fuzi, are you going to get knifed, son? No.
Just executed as he turns back around. Still, you've got players in the B bomb site at 30 seconds. Jambo's going to be breathing down there next from above.
I think you saw that default.
Spots it, so they're going to have to jump down into the water. Tough spot here to double up within Astralis. Damage is being dealt, though. Very well done. Ryu with the double headshot.
Oh, that's huge from the new guy.
And Jambo took damage in the process of all of that. What a squeeze was just on Astralis, and still he steps up. Pistol for the finish. 3 kills for Ryu when they need it most.
Yeah, that's massive for the kid to show his worth on this new lineup. First time Astralis go international ever. And sometimes that this has happened recently, whether it's Furia or MIBR or Astralis, it's always with like underrated picks, people you didn't expect, not some huge purchase. Ryu being one of them. And yeah, this is one of the hardest spots to get those kills in, knowing that there's a guy in heaven behind you.
I mean, for him to remain full focus forward just helps that there's a player in the pit beneath him. Somebody had to keep an eye on heaven, but he just locks down the forward push. That's a potential turning point moment set up by Ryu. It's 2 rounds consecutive for the CT side for the first time. You've got the save now out of fnatic to try to let Astralis get to a 1-round game. And there is one name on that team we've got to thank for this opportunity. Hell of a hold from Ryu. fnatic will have nothing to work with, just slow walk all through the bathrooms.
Shot.
The widest peak goes down first, and Stair connects the headshot onto Madden. Stuffed in its tracks. Desert Eagle duel from KRIMZ is kind of the best case scenario here for fnatic, which really paints a bleak picture. He'll eat the frag grenade for 40. And Stair's gonna loosen up, as Astralis have definitely caught an advantage here in round 19. Remember, we've still got a lot of timeouts if things continue to get gritty, but tying the streak of round wins they were able to piece together at the end of the T side. That is 3 in a row, Astralis. No bomb plant for fnatic throughout all 3.
Mm-hmm. So they might be able to walk this one home slowly, and despite the pistols, when they envisioned their overpass, it was probably on the rifle rounds in the first place.
Oops. Fireworks. But no reason to celebrate just yet. Quadruple player set up outside of the monster. Frag grenade thrown forward. It's going to chip away at jackasmo, but it's not going to hit the pack. Deep smoke deployed.
Well, this one's either going to look desperate or entirely frustrating for Astralis if they don't pull this off, because you can tell they know that this is the main threat at the moment. They're geared up, ready for a full B hit.
It's one smoke grenade now left on Astralis. It belongs to Stair inside of connector here as he dual sphere. Instant headshot.
Melted him.
Dangerous game to cross over to the corner, but that distraction serves up a chance for Jabby to get his. Eats the flash, interrupted, missed frag through the window, and yet still Stairs goes barreling out. Jabby continues the pressure with Stair, and they just pinch into the short pipe, stopping bomb. So even as fnatic try to push forward into the B bomb site without the device, this one goes down, and it is tied at 10-all.
And it's the former. It looks more desperate than anything else, because Astralis from the start of that round knew the B play was inevitable, that this was what fnatic were going to try to do. They didn't even need full info. And here, Stair, it's a beautiful first kill, but then the fact that they could use him to make this even worse, with the flash push and the combination push off a short, they got ahead of this. It wasn't even Monster that was the real threat.
We said those timeouts were ready.
Yeah, so many left over.
Held on to the end. Round 21 up next. It's another broke spot for fnatic to find themselves in. Looking at 3 Tech 9s, a Desert Eagle, a smoke for something. So clearly off the timeout with an idea, but not with the money to go all in. Can't go all in on the buy. Could still go all in on B, though. want to keep that pace up. Jambo in the back with the bomb. Flash to the monster. Ryu connects. And Jabby in with one as well. So fast pop through that smoke was the intention, but you meet the grinder of that AK-47. And a bit more damage done, but the sidearm will get the job going.
And just like that, already a big Mac for Ryu. Starting off with a full mag missed on the first round of Mirage into just pure impact on the CT side of Overpass. And he has been he was a focal point coming into this map. You know, the fact that he's playing basically a most important position now on CT these days. Another 3-piece for him.
I've never seen that spray in my life.
Yeah, same. I think I know what that says. Because it's just eating bamboo? Is that why? Not eating bamboo. That's why.
Getting that hailstorm of Ryu bullets. But this time it's man disadvantage. Jabby taking off the top. And KRIMZ hasn't left yet. Ryu's on the hunt for this. Yeah, and he's gonna find him.
Huge.
KRIMZ kind of stalling out, stuck on the smoke. Didn't want to lose control of it, but thought maybe they'd go back into another boost. Looked like that's what he was holding for. As opposed to the walk-up. Then Ryu takes the fight forward. Good thing Hooksy's nade tracks down Madden. Otherwise, 4v3 Fnatic. Stare has got the backs turned, but the trades, again, continue to be good. And it is Sphere late to the party, but him and jackasmo can come together in this, for now, vacant A site.
Pretty solid setup here for the T side. The flank coming in, though, means that Hooksy's going to have to go slowly. Oh, he'll just miss that. That is so close.
They're able to put Fear back towards long. You've got jackasmo in front of the bathrooms, not hidden inside of them.
What? He made
Foozy
noise.
changes
Foozy.
guns. jackasmo knows exactly what you're up to.
He's just going to get wrapped. There's no way. Why would Foozy check this?
Foozy's going to step forward now. He has written his own obituary with that gun swap. And unfortunately, that could not be Astralis coming through. Hooksy trying to tap bomb to cause panic. That big wrap from long into the bathrooms for Fear. Oh, and the two Ukrainians come together to get Fnatic's 11th.
It's just crazy because he did just miss the bomb, so he thought they were playing a too long setup, but he didn't clear the inside of bathrooms. And yeah, that's where they were. That's a pretty bad mistake. I don't know if Foozy realized it. Just trusted too hard in his own read. You can see Ryu really starting to open up with his aggressive plays, but it's only the one kill, and now it's Fnatic trading back. This is where map balance, I feel like, doesn't matter anymore. Now it's just a tied game. This one gets you to overtime. Wants to walk into that, yeah, and he will. Uh-oh.
Jambo's got it.
Uh-oh, Astralis. Jabby is such a key piece of the puzzle. I feel he's 12 and 17, but I'm just remembering the 2Ks he's gotten so far this game.
Ryu's been another beacon of hope, so they'll throw him up under the boost.
But they don't have Monster. They can't hold this forever. He drops off. Very nice kill. But they get the walkout.
Keeps it clean with the Jambo frag. Hooksy's got to dismantle this boost before he gets blindsided. Oh, Opper up top. Ryu and Foozy. More kills to be had. 4v2 off of that one. 12 rounds on the line for somebody here, and the 2v4 to come together. It's the same two that pulled off the close in the 1 round prior. Ryu taken down to half. Foozy's got the cross covered, and this bomb to be planted.
Yeah, good luck with this. 2 HEs that can come his way.
First one for 24 damage. The next one drops him to half. He's still able to get the headshot, trying to get away from these two players on the retake, both on the same direction. And it will indeed be Astralis to take 12 rounds first.
And Foozy just endures here. Trade after trade. Really great round from him. Another solid round from Ryu, and that's after Jabby dies first. That's when it was just peak fear here for Astralis. this kill from Jambo, and it looked like, oh no, they bungled it, but no. Ryu on the recovery.
Early reference game here for Ryu in this Astralis jersey. Don't let it all be for naught with a chance to close out. fnatic, they let 3 map points go in regulation on Mirage. Had to secure their pick in overtime. Will Astralis add runway to this game? Promising start with a round 3 win. And then we saw fnatic CT side come together, but 5 of the last 6 in the first half as Hooksy started to put that pressure down on the B bomb site. And now they sit pretty on a 5-round CT streak. Ended right then and there.
A lot of words coming into the pause for fnatic. You know, everybody wants to go B, but they want to be able to show some range, and well, they don't want to lose rounds like they have been, trying to force their way into a site that Astralis are just getting better and better at defending. Two ops to play with for Astralis. B play coming. This kill, Ryu, will he get it? He gets another.
Again from this back wall, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He's got to fight his way, and he will! Oh, the triple from the corner, the op to try to close, and jackasmo forced into the clutch. Right now, ops up close. On the other side, oh, Stare with the drive-by, and Astralis will finish. 13-11, no overtimes needed. Ryu with something to talk about here in Overpass.
And something to be proud of. The new recruit for Astralis delivered in a big way here on Overpass. This is
up as he's coming in to fill those positions. Looks like they're off to an excellent start. Now, Madden had a lot of shine back on Mirage, even had a couple of moments on Overpass, but in the end, Astralis win despite losing both pistols. So now we'll take it to Ancient and we'll see who wins this series, because at this point, I can't tell you who the better team is. They've both shown a lot.
This is where we start to test that early map pool, but I don't know, man. I think to myself, fnatic, comfort zone on a map like a Ancient. Seen them here plenty of times. Made a name for themselves right here on this map. But no blame F, remember. No blame F. No damage either on the spam to the smoke. So that's going to be a 5 versus 5 post plant in the first round of map 3. And KRIMZ hoping somebody steps forward so that he can take a shot at it before the retake's demanded of him. Things kind of stall here for a second. And this is a fnatic that's not working with a defuse kit whatsoever. Although they'll find that instant headshot. Beer's got the jabby pillar hold covered. And now these last two players, I mean, they're banking on the Molotov to come over top. And no defuse kit, so he's got to get off of it, but he's lost his teammate. Fire's going to fizzle out in a second. Fuzi burns him, and they've got it. Molotov works from beyond the doorway. Exactly what they needed, and he does it in the end with 1 single HP.
And they both die. Everyone dead on the map, so bomb plant is perfect, Molly is perfect, and the time to get into there, into the site in the first place was great. Not rushed, avoided all the damage on the spam on the cross back from CT, and a quick start to this map. No better feeling than seeing your utility work out that well for you.
Sure. Pull it out early in the pistol. Low likelihood that there's still the smoke in play. Added damage that there's not a defuse kit either. And setting themselves right back up into the following consecutive B hit. No interruption offered by Fnatic's mid-climb just yet. They'll scramble now.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of lines.
And the sound of all of those nades flying over. Fuzi's gonna have his hands full in a second, but that's fine. He's got a Galil. More bullets in that gun than he's got opponents ahead of him. And the MAC-10 here for good measure. It's a shooting gallery. And a bit of money made for Hooksy. 4 Galil kills, 1 MAC-10 frag, 2-0 start Astralis.
It's looking pretty sharp so far. It's looking buttoned up here for Astralis.
And the elusive pistol.
Yeah. What could be the difference? This will work. They'll win cave quite quickly. Mid control gets a whole lot harder to hold right now. They're actually pushed forward into this. Risk being taken here. They've got some timing. Oh, okay. Well, he gets a kill, but yeah, trades come back too quickly.
Try from both sides. Fuzi and Jabby come out on top of it. Good spam into elbow. KRIMZ handles that pressure to one side and still snaps the shot back to Fuzi.
They know about KRIMZ, and they know there's probably still one in B. I don't think Jambo's revealed himself, but he did take 2 damage. Yeah, it was a risky maneuver there for the CT side when their cave bot pushed back. They decided, okay, let's just go double down on the aggression, but it didn't work out. And now, perfect read of the map here for Astralis. Feels like the tides are turning a little bit. I don't even see why you would go for this. They have a molly. They have 2 mollies, but 2v3. Too far away. Nice call here for Hooksy.
Set up an epic clash inside of the caves, but disengaged at the right moment, in the right direction, and to a position Fnatic had no other defenders in. 3-0 start.
The most aggressive Astralis we've seen on this map was back when they had Config and BlameF.
Oh God.
Called them the Bully Bros. They would run down mid. That was on CT side even.
It's nice seeing Config back at the HLTV Awards show last weekend.
Had a great haircut.
Looking fantastic, dapper.
Yeah, he's always been a handsome guy, though.
Yeah. I still think for me one of the craziest moments was Scream using the platform to announce his return.
Yeah, that's what we were saying when we were sitting there. I was like,
I know I'm here to celebrate somebody else, but guys, just know I'm back.
Yeah, that's Scream.
And your Rookie of the Year is.
Remember, guys, rookies are nothing to veterans.
Bunch of chumps. Well, should be chumps here with the triple pistol set up for Fnatic and the fact that this Astralis 3-0 streak is rolling hot. Hooksy quickly into the cave, finds himself down at the hands of Madden. And that's going to be a Galil retrieved as well. So a 3rd rifle offered over to Fnatic as they scrambled into the fight on cave. Still Astralis. Plenty of round left to play out. But you've lost your in-game leader.
You have. Yeah, they're both just headless Hydras right now. Anyone walks into this setup, first guy's dead for sure, but they might circumvent this operation. We'll see if Jabby takes a peek.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
got away with it.
That's pretty huge.
Nice. Good caution used here by Jabby. Confirms 2 players in there. Took a pistol shot to the head, though, in the meantime.
He did, and actually this opens up the donut route again. They want to take it.
Jambo dropping fire in the front of Cave, but we'll be seeing KRIMZ try to lock in versus 3. 10 seconds on. Oh, KRIMZ starts to peel back. Returns in. Kills Jabby first. Stairs got to commit to this bomb plant.
Yeah, they just need to cover it.
And there's no fight out of KRIMZ. He'll go into the duel after the fact. Fuzi gets his head, and they're going to then find those 2 players rotating around through spawn. Madden taken down to 27. Fuzi low on 16, but he eats that flashbang in the retake attempt. And Madden versus 2 targets deep inside of the donut. Doesn't have any kind of utility to cover this off. Will at the very least pick up a kit, but still no grenade to play with. And as he goes back in, Fuzi is going to end it with that 16 health. A 7-2 start for Fuzi bodes well for this flawless T-side so far.
Astralis looking very tier 1 on this map. The way they're controlling things, the execs, the anti-eco, the pistol so far, it's just feeling like it's so operational that you wonder why this wasn't even their first map pick. Be an Astralis timeout. And you often see the timeouts reserved for, you know, slow the team down, that comes back, stop a team from winning. They're going to use this one to try to keep, oh, it's Fnatic's. That's Finir. Sorry, that makes more sense. I was like, yeah, like, I guess Astralis, everything went according to plan, but
Madden, good flash to get him out of there. Oh, but he's not able to manage the kills in the corner. KRIMZ is going to have to pick up that slack. Bodies falling around him. Oh, KRIMZ wanted the 3rd, and he
so
even hit
damage.
the dink.
And that would have been the bomb. They'd have to go and recollect that. They'd be up 3v2. Oh, it was a nice try. But a pressured kill out of Fuzi. And they walk out now as Hooksy knows they have a bit more freedom.
Can't take it away from him. Still an excellent 2K, but you're just that close to being the one-man army.
I actually like how they kept pushing into elbow with the flashes, Kim, because everyone gets pulled into that corner, and they know as long as their flashes are better, and even if you're blind, as soon as you get into that angle, you can just start spraying. So not the easiest kills to defend there for Astralis, but they pull them out. And again, another read where they get the open sight. It's the frictionless entry into A.
Also during all that pandemonium.
Gonna go for a spray.
Yo, he gets away. 1 bullet would have done the trick.
Yeah.
Fuzi sends one back in. Jambo, oh. Yeah, you're not hiding, Hooksy. That's a freebie. That makes it interesting because it's Fuzi low health.
Yeah.
And we've got Jabby boosted up onto green. Tries to cover the donut retake. Now his position found out. Good transition to jackasmo. Jambo, 45 health into USP. It's great coverage from Jabby with 31 health combined. That's what's left over on Astralis' side, but a 5-0 regardless.
That was an enormously difficult kill to get out of Temple. Shocked that he pulled out 2. And here's the start of the round. Madden eats a flash. He nearly gets into the angle just in time. And, you know, conversely, the Ts are blind, but they know exactly where the CTs are going to peek from, so they just have to spam back. Oof.
Plays with him.
Crazy.
Another tough place for Fnatic to find themselves in. They'll just try to throw it out again through Cave. 5-7 in hand. Dealt with. Hooksy handles the pressure. Ryu's got the cover offered. And this one goes up in smoke for Fnatic.
Does that make it interesting? I mean, there's 4 players behind a smoke. And Jambo's maybe just assuming they left. No, they're very patient.
And so it fell on one man and one man alone.
None more patient than KRIMZ. He's been waiting 10 years. for another major.
It's cool to see Olaf Meister get inducted into the Hall of Fame last weekend, and then we are here a few days later watching KRIMZ still play Counter-Strike.
Still playing, yeah. Oh, Olaf's still on the phase bench, right?
I don't know anymore. I assume
does he have to give back to Rolex if they need him to play again?
He's in the right spot. They're low health, but yeah,
Wow,
Stare comes through and figures out the one corner KRIMZ could have been hidden in.
Yeah, I walked into the elevator. Olaf and his brother were there, and they both looked the same. But like, just because I thought it was the glasses.
Right.
They both had the exact same glasses. This is my brother. It's like, oh, okay. Didn't want to just say that.
The only person this year to get
my
a
brother, my friend.
Standing ovation as well for Olaf Meister. Absolutely freaking deserved.
Mm-hmm. You can't swear on this broadcast?
No, you know, 2026, it's a new me. I'm trying to be something different.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman?
No, definitely not. That guy got arrested.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some weird stuff.
Oh, no. Okay.
Frag to pop it open, and hello,
Oh, the
but
timing was great.
missed shot. No Jambo connection as fnatic are frantically looking for this first round of a CT side. Easy. Fuzi's not going to miss his chance to strike down Madden as he steps into the scope. 9 and 2 sits Fuzi off that one. Missed opportunity with the wide swing over, but luckily there is a set of helping hands here in the form of Stare. 5v3 Astralis, and a different look, right? We haven't had them inside of the red room.
They look amazing. I mean, they're covering everything. Okay, and Jambo gets one back. That's the one thing that doesn't change is Jambo just cannot die to Fuzi.
KRIMZ is going to find himself one. Fear collects, and we go back into the even 2v2. But all the while, B-site now belongs to Astralis.
He's running at this.
And he's got to let it go. KRIMZ is maybe going to sprint to try to catch that timing, but it would mean Fear is kind of here to help out. They need to make sure everybody's left red room first, and that does give timing for Astralis' plant to be secured.
And a smoke. Plant's going to go down default. You've got to try this, obviously, if you're Fnatic. You just need something to go wrong. They could jump through at the same time. Oh, and just die at the same time, actually. Very nicely done, Ryu. Another good couple of kills.
He's getting that bomb out of the desperate spot.
I never see him get in anyone's way. You know, he's always like creating, creating impact and looking very solid. And I don't know if that was answered. I only caught half the interview, but I wanted to know who did the scouting. Yeah. Things have changed since Mirage. And this is going to work too. It's a vacant A site.
Straight on in versus 2 MP9s.
Oh, they get the lurk kill in mid though.
You'll take that. If you're Fnatic, you'll take anything.
They need this molly to come down.
Jambo gets burnt to a crisp. And that's going to be Jabby finding Madden in the meantime. So man advantage secured with the bomb planted. It goes from 1 to 2. Tough pill to swallow here if you are Fnatic. Feels like Astralis just have your number.
Yeah, it's one of them horse pills.
My favorite. It's just Trank. Get my lean on. 4v2 is where this one comes to a close. Fnatic still just trying to keep the pressure up, but that bomb's going to pop and kill KRIMZ.
Oh, KRIMZ is just like, no, why are you leaving me here?
See ya, sucker. And 4 survives still for Astralis. 8-0, flawless T-side on Ancient.
Well, this is a little unexpected.
And yet kind of welcomed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down if their T-side's going to look this good with all the moving pieces.
Yeah, with the calls working so well, with Ryu playing well again. Talk about new additions. Here's Fuzi too. (11 and 3). How many more tricks you got up your sleeve, Hooksy?
It's cool how varied this attack has been.
Yeah.
It started with that like convincing B and cave play until they started to get stacked on a little bit. It's nice to see that the adaptations have looked just as convincing. Pretty solid T side. New roster considered.
It was,
Back to where the half started. A little bit of B play. Mid hold goes well for Fnatic. It's a man advantage. Looking for anything on this CT side. jackasmo forced off his angle, but Fear,
two health
had
he
a
got
chance.
that kill with.
Frag
And that
grenade.
nade?
Oh,
boom.
jackasmo blown to smithereens. Madden rapid on the cave pressure though, forcing Fuzi to go for the plant on the alternate side. And Jabby pushes a smoke in a 3 versus 3. Fuzi collects Madden inside of the cave, and with that, it is KRIMZ thrust to the clutch.
They've really conditioned them, huh? Because he was looking at their flank inside a window on a B rush.
KRIMZ trying to tiptoe his way in. Fuzi's on the line, and that is going to end it. A 3v3 that looked like Fnatic had something to stand on in the retake, but it comes up Astralis like the entirety of this T side has.
Yeah, that's just a Ryu kill again. 2 HP right here, instant headshot, and the nade kill again. Just creating so much impact. This one's 9-0. Best thing about this round for Fnatic is Jambo's op.
An off that gets taken down to 53 health out of the gate here in round 10. And the only good gun on the field for Fnatic. Sitting outside of Red Room. Stare.
Right side. Okay.
Oh, good on Jambo up close. 5v4, but again, it's pretty instant on the trades back. Ryu keeps on finding his impact. Jambo's off his mobile. Good for the second frag this round. Smoked off as he tries to go to the alternate side of the bomb site. Utility pressure whizzes by, lands that shot on Fuzi, forces the reposition for the plant. Madden comes through, striking when he needs to maintain that Fnatic man advantage. And Fuzi's getting whittled down as well. Jabby still to find the headshot, and they know Jambo's back there somewhere. KRIMZ looks to crawl out. We've got 40 seconds on this clock. This is a chance for them to just go silent, Astralis.
MP9 could be good here. That peak. Oh, he gets spotted. Doesn't get damage back. Yeah. Could spam. That's always a threat, especially with where they can plant. Oh, okay.
Fuzi's got this locked in, ready for the...
Nice,
oh, good
Jambo.
wall bang. Just enough. Thought Fuzi would have found himself an angle. Instead, he'll be tasked to pick up that bomb. They didn't want to die to the spam from cave. This is crazy. Fuzi not expecting it up close, and so we've got it. 10 rounds into this map. Fnatic find their first.
Yeah, they got around. They're on the board, and they don't do it with much either.
Felt like did it just really off of that Jambo op and that looming threat of KRIMZ.
So wild. Jambo pushes that close up with the op inside a window.
You know, the thought of dying to the wild cave MP9 is what put this bomb plant into the line for Jambo. Good hit, read on his behalf.
He also interrupted the plant the first time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, they want to fight for mid desperately, but Astralis equally do. And Jambo's going Omega aggressive here.
Trying to make something stick. Jabby locked into the corner.
They're going to be in vision. That's the question. jackasmo, you got to clear this. You got. Oh no. Oh no.
Executes both.
Tasty.
Jabby going to be happy with that one. Bombs behind him. KRIMZ. He'll collect an instant kill on Hooksy over towards A.
That's a cool spot to be in this situation.
Hooksy just walking into a few bomb sites tonight.
Yeah.
Getting caught off by these wild angles. Molly goes past Fear. He's able to hold on to his. He's got Madden to come and help out, and he'll find the Jabby frag. No immediate trade. Cave player slightly behind. Fuzi gonna get dropped and now stares on the recovery for the bomb. This felt very stringy all of a sudden between the T's. Player on the left side catches him off as he gets that bomb back. 3 separate 1v1s, all won by fnatic, as they're on the brink of 2 consecutive rounds now.
It's a little messy, but it works. It's actually just Astralis' mistakes, essentially, and it starts off with HooXi trying to go for the search, but okay, Ryu's got the spotlight. He has quite a bit of info, actually. The bomb in an interesting spot. Not a lot of time, though.
Given a chance to be the hero here. A little Hail Mary 1v3. Ooh, it's instant onto
like
Madden. Planting inside of the smoke, gets dinked, and that's where they'll deal with him. If not, with shots like that to queue it up, feels like there's a real chance at the clutch. Instead, fnatic second.
And if he's going to play anchor roles, there will be there'll have to be moments where he'll need to pull off the clutch. But that's just a little bit too much to ask for. Everyone that close by. 3v5, actually.
Huge recovery.
Oops.
It's always fun when we have coaches online because, you know, I feel like sometimes they forget the cameras aren't off.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's got to be tough as a coach trying to set up the perfect play and everything in position, and then you see that one mistake.
Sure, yeah. That's how I feel when I play TFT.
Just one mistake. One corner goes uncleared when things were 9-1. But props fnatic pull off the 3v5 and give yourself a chance at a 3-round CT side. We've had some CT-sided struggles in this head-to-head tonight. From Mirage to this one.
Nice, KRIMZ.
He's finding his moments. You know, you think back, it kind of kicks off the 3v5, his kill onto HooXi. That off angle inside of an A site.
I thought you were going to talk about his ace on Ancient at the Major.
Oh. To keep them in the tournament. That bomb will be Ryu's responsibility momentarily. Jabby, right there for the taking, and he'll do so. Jackasmo, a 1-in-12 half. That's where your CT side ends.
And conversely, Jabby, 13-4, he's a hard guy to get. Tees are in crazy positions right now. There's 2 in window, walking backwards into holding this flank. That shot's going to get missed, and yeah, he knows he can't fall back. So, Donut opened up again. KRIMZ
got timing on one.
Doesn't get the bomb with it.
Ryu's still moving it forward with Stare in front of him. Good off angle from KRIMZ again. KRIMZ trying to be the bane of Astralis within this A site. Ryu, though, has got another. And you know fear's coming in from this donut flank, stomping all the while. Ryu goes wide for the duel, tries to take it on his terms, and instead loses the 1v1 for fnatic's 3-round CT side. It took them a while, but they string them together. That was a 9-0 streak shut down at the tail end of the first half of Ancient. Well, they found a little fight in them at the tail end of that one. fnatic 3 rounds in a row, Mo, but in the face of a very varied attack out of Astralis. I've got to say, this new Astralis, maybe they should have gone international sooner.
No. No, but yeah, I mean, I do really like what we're seeing out of Ryu. We already like Fuzi. Just haven't seen him on the right team, for sure. I mean, we could say that. And when we watched him play, he was just so young. He was just starting, really. So looking like he's maturing. He's not making the same. He's got the same sort of aggression, but he's not making any of the same mistakes. So like it so far. He just has to figure out how to kill Jambo.
Stair is on the fast fall back out of Donut, and when he finally finds the ground he wants to stand on, it's an instant headshot. A bit more effort for the other two. A-site taken over here by a rapidly moving fnatic. Bomb in the middle of it all as Stair tries to keep that pressure up. No defuse kit for Astralis, but Berettas get flashed out through the temple. Player on the boxes misses a chance to strike him down. A much moving Ryu jumping around. Things get wild. Jambo's gonna get popped by Stair, who, since being run down in Donut, is still a part of all of this. He wrapped back around through Temple, comes out on the exit, gets a couple more kills, and is a key piece to securing double digits early here for Astralis.
Yeah, he's quick with it. With that wraparound, I thought that flash was gonna do a little more. I didn't really see them even dodge it. Probably scared Ryu a little bit when he saw 3 players, none of them blind, but still got his kill. And Stairs for a shot. That was special.
Yeah, Ryu makes it crazy in the middle of all that, and then you see Stair actually come through and clean up.
Yeah.
So he keeps it surgical.
No pistols so far for fnatic on what's now the most important map.
Lots of smokes thrown out of spawn for this, trying to hold off on the elbow control. Just Jambo in the corner, dropped down to 50 health. Is Galil ready, but blasted away by Fuzi, and a fast climb up at a Stair. Very confident Astralis, probably bred by this huge lead. On the side of the smoke goes the MP9 of Hooksy, and Fear's got a little left in him.
Oh,
Fuzi just burns out, trying to cross through the flames. Everybody else cut off, and that's Fear to pick up an empty gun. Reload and push on his own, trying to set up Madden. Instead goes down, no trade potential for that one. A Tech 9 versus 3, I don't think so. Rapid on the retake are Astralis, sprinting to the finish line on this best of 3.
And it looked like Hooksy was there and B by himself, but really he had all of mid-control with his teammates, and that's something that Hooksy has been doing a great job of calling. They've dominated inside of middle on both halves of this game. That might just continue now. Jambo didn't know what was coming here. They might be bind to the finish line at this rate with the bomb plant going down and pressure on to stave off map point. 3 Galils coming in.
Jambo taking eyes over top of his team's Molotov, and so ready to just pounce into this B bomb site are fnatic. Fuzi leaning back, V2. And it's Hooksy, actually, to pick up the kill from inside of the cave, where there's no actual pressure from fnatic. It was all in on ramp. That's gonna free him up to go for wall bangs and whatnot, but losing teammates in the meantime. Utility comes through for pressure, and it's actually fnatic to find themselves 4v2.
Every single bit of spam got answered back by a better one from the T side. So those Galils are great.
And Astralis are the ones that signed up to those fights. Didn't think they'd lose them, but they do. And so we don't have to wait till the end of the half this time for fnatic to find a round win.
And some final upgrades. Well, they do stave off map point, and maybe we could see a real T side, but I mean, I'm too impressed by Astralis right now to really believe in it. Unlike the other maps, which were so close. And to be fair, I guess to fnatic, they've you know, it's been comebacks, but
Vision around that one. I thought Hooksy would have played it maybe a bit safer behind the box. Go for a wall bang or whatnot, but puts himself on display. We get an Astralis trying to talk through a buy here. Currently sitting with the 2 M4s. $3,500 on the 3 players that have yet to buy. And about 10,000 surplus for fnatic to try to bite into. Is it worth trying to rack up a price tag here in round 16? They end up coming out MP9, FAMAS, and an additional M4, so pretty solid still for Astralis. But it's everything they can afford. Except Ryu. He doesn't buy all the nades he can.
This guy believes in himself.
3-player heavy start inside of middle as well. Fuzi locks into the corner.
Oh, they're running into this.
Ooh, yes they are. Back turn to him. FAMAS blasts Madden away. jackasmo trying to find his angle out from cave. Stairs low, flash finds him, and that's just gonna give Stair enough room to survive. Momentarily, barely gets back around that corner, gets caught on the corner. jackasmo moving up, stalls as his shoulder catches the edge, and that is gonna cost you a lot of bodies and potentially map points.
They just couldn't believe their eyes. The fact that Astralis would take over mid-control again, even though they didn't have as much money, and they still won it. The confidence is boiled over. 2 on 5 for fnatic now.
Astralis know they have such an advantage. They can just remain active, stare. This 5 health is going to be thrown out like an offering. Ooh, interesting turn of events here. Jabby gets popped, doesn't do any damage back in response.
Okay, they're trying to milk this for a little more. Playing to win. KRIMZ has got to turn around eventually, but he'll get 1 kill. There's still so many here, though.
Big swing from Fuzi confirms, and there's more where the first and second came from. Good thing they go all 3 on that push. Nobody worrying about the B-site backline. Hooksy wants to join the party on the offense, and so 12 for Astralis comes with it.
It's just been perfect gameplay, right? For as messy as it is, it's just like in terms of how they're moving together and taking over mid and working. It's fnatic who always look a little awkward, a little late, and every single time Astralis, I mean, that's just a sign of a good Ancient team. They're the kings of middle right now.
Can we replay the Molotov hitting jackasmo in the face? I want to see if he clipped the corner as well. It's a big demand coming in late.
Whoa!
Didn't hit the corner. It was just the bottle.
Bottled.
Thank you, production.
They are a UK org.
You have passed your first test of 2026.
Today, Connor said, I just had my third best wrap of 2026. How many wraps are you eating?
I think about 6 so far, if burritos count. The old skyward decoy. Let them know you're coming. 1 Tech 9 in the mix here on Fear. Careful, playing with nades here, Hooksy. He's got support from Ryu, but they know he's stuck in this corner. He's got the smoke down in front of him. Fast Tech 9 push. Fear finding the duel. Hooksy finding a bit more of a chance to thrive just in his dying breath. Ends Fear. We go 2 versus 2 with this match on the line. With fnatic's bounty on the line. Bomb dropped inside B site. Fuzi working forward. It's been a rough game for jackasmo. 2 kills all map long. And he doubles back to grab that bomb as KRIMZ still sits over towards the ramp instead. Smoke is soon to phase as Jabby's gonna walk this one out through the cave. They're gonna try to tether it, time it together. They'll do so. KRIMZ back into the cover at a health disadvantage. 3 kills deep. When push comes to shove, KRIMZ comes to clutch. Right there for the taking. And Jabby's a reload needed. This guy's playing with a smoke. Playing with a kit, goes for the duel and finds it, which means Astralis moves forward to stage 2, and fnatic, it is a short-lived attempt here at the BLAST Bounty.
Astralis managed to outlast fnatic, but this one This didn't get close. This looked comfortable the whole way. And we spoke about how there could be some struggles on the side of fnatic, you know, how Madden would have to adjust to playing mid. Well, we saw it time and time again, and Astralis